Yeah,
Okay.
we just fix that.
Hi, everyone. This is Dum Dum Die. I'm not your usual DM, but I will be for the evening. My name is Nelly, and I have been given the very irresponsible decision to run the one shot for Halloween today. So, first, happy Halloween, happy spooky times, and happy almost end of Spooktember, if Spooktober. So I'm gonna just quickly let the team introduce themselves. You may or may not realize that there's a missing face and there's a new face and there's an extra name or a non-extra name. We will explain that shortly. Don't worry about that. Don't be alarmed and don't feel disorientated. If you have vertigo, just avert your eyes because there's nothing weird is happening on. Not at all. Everything is normal. Everyone is in the correct orientation in this very moment in time.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, so I'm gonna ask everyone to introduce themselves, and then I'll set the scene, and then we can get started. So I'm gonna go. I'll call out names, and we can go in that order. So first up, we have our ghostly figure, who may or may not be Lena.
Well, hi guys, I am Lena. I am the actual DM that get to be the player for Chains. So yay! But not so great that I'm stuck in a Halloween setting, which is not so great for me because I don't really enjoy horror. Not so yay. um, Tonight I shall endeavor my best to survive the spooky horror thingamajig that Nelly is No, no, don't shrug your shoulders at me. And my eye shall be constantly twitching at Teddy's stream the entire evening. So thank you for that.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, sure,
No idea.
sure.
Nothing.
My OCD is
Nothing.
just going crazy over here. Guys, I've got no camera right now because we have no power. But as soon as the power comes back on, I will switch over and I shall be on stream.
And hold off on introducing your character for now. Next we have our new face, who is Beck. So please introduce yourself as a person, not as a character.
Hi, I'm Bex, and I found out 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago, that I was going to be here. I have no idea what's going on, but that is usually how things go. Um, yeah.
Welcome. So,
Yeah,
you know,
thank you for being a victim.
things
And
happened and we have a guest. We're always happy to have
yeah,
guests on the channel. So
yeah, yeah. Real
Awesome.
life
I'm
stuff
excited.
happens.
awesome.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, thank you very much. And uh, going off of your excitement, we're gonna go to an equally or more so excited Teddy. Please
Yay, I'm
introduce
also
yourself.
so excited.
People
So,
know.
everyone, if there's any weirdness in the stream, it's 100% my fault, including the fact that Bex is here. I am the right way up, by the way, just your eyes are lying to you. And, Nelly, why are you so calm? Like, this is a Halloween one shot. People should not be calm, they should be distraught right now. Just,
They should also
Oh
not be
no,
happy. Why happy Spooktober? No.
yes, happy
I love
Spooktober.
happy.
Who is happy being scared out of their freaking minds? I
Yay,
have
it's me.
questions.
Oh, Bex did it. You're outvoted,
Ah,
Lena.
I see. Let me just stand over here in my corner and sulk.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Spooktober and October is for a special crowd of people, and you are in good company, Lena, and even you, Beck. So don't worry about it. Obviously, you guys realize that we don't have Wednesday. She just it's just in real life stuff. She was not available, but she sends her love and kisses, and she may or may not. I don't know. I haven't got an agreement, but she might sing you guys a song as a welcome back. She sang a song on Sunday, so you never know. Maybe.
We'll just decide for her.
Yeah, we're just convincing her to something afterwards.
She gets back.
Um,
He's like, "Oh, you're doing this.
yeah.
Nice."
So she'll be like, what? But okay, now we've introduced everyone more or less. I just want to set the scene for you guys. Nothing weird will happen at all. No one will die. Maybe.
Hmm.
In the first minute.
So I mean, I don't like TPKs in the first half hour. I like to wait until the next hour just to set the scene, get the mood going, that kind of thing.
Fair.
Um,
Sure.
yeah. Yeah. So for this game, actually, I've decided to make this a urban fantasy type of game. So think of the fact that everything we have in this world right now, it exists. So you might have a cell phone, but you might still use message, but not when you're drunk, because you might end up messaging to everybody about your not so great exploits in the middle of the night. And in this world, the idea of adventuring is kind of an antiquated type of job or role. People still do it, but it's not like the first thing that people do. It's like not perceived as your go-to type of role. So people tend to work in roles like typically like IT. They might be you might have a cleric in healthcare. You might have rogues that tend to work as hunters. So that's kind of the world we're working in. So think of modern fantasy, modern world that we live in right now, but there are elements that are not so familiar to our current world. So hence everyone being I think everyone is actually non-human, which is refreshing. So thank you for that. Humans are okay, but they're boring for this setting. So we'll go ahead with that.
What?
Um,
Um, um,
oh yeah, Lena, you're a ride or die human variant
I'm
go-to
also
person.
a variant human for once. I also
Yeah,
went full boring for this.
well, I'm joking. I'm joking. Okay, but it, definitely joking. That was totally prepared.
Hmm.
Not nothing
Yeah.
weird at all.
Mhm.
Mm.
Just setting the scene.
So
Please
yeah, so
roll deception.
No,
Oh
no,
wait,
no.
I'm
oh
not
You're
the
not the
DM.
DM.
Shit. I'd like to roll insight.
yeah. You can roll insight, but I can't. I won't roll deception because I've got all the power and I refuse. I absolutely refuse. But just to let you guys know, this place is set in a small town for this game, and in the small town, are characters that you see before you or don't see in some cases are old childhood friends, and for multiple different reasons, they are in this small town. Some people have gone to the big city. Some people have stayed home. Some people are just still trying to figure things out. So it's a bit a mix of people in a small town. As for this time of year, it just so happens to be a change of seasons. So if you're in the high Veld in South Africa, where most of us are based, we're actually having gloomy type of weather, very much typical of what you think of fall autumn type of weather. So it's an indiscriminate place, for example, in this setting. But in this small town, we're having a festival to welcome the change of season. When you think of this type of festival, you'll think of things like bonfires, livestock of different types of creatures. It could be cows and owlbears, for example. You have people sharing drinks, whether it be apple cider or different kinds of meat. So it's a type of very rustic type of gathering, but still has an element of very old school spookiness. So think of types of farmland type of small town. That's what we're set in. And before we start, I want everyone to introduce their actual characters. Please introduce your character and why you're in this small town currently in this festival period as well. So again, I'm gonna start from my order. I'll go for Teddy, who is definitely not a boring human.
I'm not a boring human. I'm a variant human, which is wildly different. They look exactly alike.
Yeah.
But they're okay. So her name is Sylvia Shadow Tamer, and it's just a supreme coincidence that her name fits what her calling in life is so well, because I'm playing a warlock who trains familiars. They're a familiar trainer. It's not the same as being a dog walker or a pet sitter. It's a very legitimate professional career, and they train familiars for people who use familiars, obviously. So
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely not a dog sitter, definitely not a pet sitter.
no.
You and if anyone was to say you were a dog sitter to your face, how would your character react, I wonder?
Oh, let's hope we don't find out, because this is a horror after all. So.
Yeah, things could go terribly wrong. And next, to introduce themselves, Lena, please introduce your character. And wait, actually, why are you in this town, Teddy? Your character, why are they in the town at this moment?
Oh well, that's very simple. They know that a lot of people flock to town for the festival, and this is kind of the only place they really feel like they still have some sort of credibility, or you know uh, any kind, like, people still kind of like them here. So getting away from just being the familiar trainer who tends to screw up a lot and whose familiars tend to either eat their owners or abandon them, They're just here
Hmm.
to have a good time and pretend they're not themselves for a little bit.
That's a good term, but thank you. It took a dark emotional turn, but it's good to know where you stand in life, even if it's like a questionable practices and lack of ethics with the way you deal with your familiars. That's fine. That's
Well, they're
totally
not
fine.
mine. I just train them, so it's different.
Yeah, fair, fair, fair. And then also so Lena, please introduce your character and why they are in this small town at the moment.
Tonight I'll be playing Gillian Conrads. She is a government agent that has been given the opportunity because she is a variant human, and she works as a sort of a detective for the government's purposes, but under the, the company of the Detectives Arcanum, uh, division of the government that basically roots out any magical or mystical disturbances, and they have gotten suitable intelligence that something is going to go down at this festival, and I've been sent to investigate. That is why I'm here.
Nice, nice, nice. Before we get to you, Bex, I see, and I wonder who this could be. Someone in chat just redeemed their channel points and said hi. So everyone now needs to say hi back. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm waving and promise. Hi.
You can use the reaction
Wait,
icon
there's
on
a thingy.
on
How do I do this?
a little
There's a
smiley
thingy
face in the
thingy.
corner of your screen.
I get it.
While
I
Lena's
get it.
yeah, while Lena's figuring that part out, Bex, please introduce your character and why you're currently in this small town.
Okay. Talia Verdana is a 5'10" tiefling. It is important that she is tall. Um, she's trying desperately to prove that she's more than the small town that she grew up in. So she works in a very big city for a very big media company. She manages social medias. She is constantly glued to her phone and always trying to prove she's just a little bit better than you.
Ooh.
Good.
Ooh. And the irony is that if Bex hadn't been able to join, another character who would have been playing in this one shot, you two would have had an interesting dynamic between the two of you. So hmm, we'll see how that goes. But I just want to remind chat before we continue is that we are an interactive, typically interactive stream. So if you want to say hi, by all means say hi. You can also, of course, send us some notes on chat. So you can give me some tips as to what you want me to do to help me or help the players or hinder them or don't hinder me, preferably. And if you're a bit shy, you don't want to say anything in chat, you can also scroll to the very bottom and click on your child points, and you can actually do all kinds of stuff. You might see some names that are not familiar for this game, but click on anything you want and we'll make it work. And I can incorporate into the actual game. Just make it good for me. Just like make sure the
No, no,
players
no, no.
suffer. That's the
I need
goal.
to add something here that I have been on the receiving end of this helping the party thing for almost 2 years now. So absolutely 100% chat, go above and beyond to make things difficult for Nelly and help us all the way to survive this horror game.
I mean, I have
Thank
to
you
say though,
very much.
if chat hadn't been helping us for the past year or however long, then we would have been dead a long time ago. Cause you're a scary DM, Bell.
I'm not.
Yeah, like we would have died a long time ago, and it's not because we're terrible players or party or terrible characters. It's
I
because
mean, kinda.
we're always being killed every 5 seconds,
Well,
almost killed every 5 seconds.
most adventurers are technically in over their heads. So well done.
True.
Yeah,
Was I
yeah.
doing it right?
But
Keeps it
yeah,
interesting.
but please, by all means, guys, just go on. You can use your child points, or otherwise put in chat, and I'm keeping an eye on chat as well. So we'll have that going on. Pebble on Ink High. You're calling you're calling Bex's character Talia a pog tall tiefling. I don't know what that means, but elaborate in chat, and we can chat a little bit about it. Talk tall. Is that like a helping? But we'll see. Gotta help the no, don't help the players. Help me.
Thank
Like
you,
everyone,
chat.
help.
I feel
Thank
like
you.
we need someone to be moderating chat just to make sure the DM doesn't decide that chat's helping them.
No. Teddy, don't be distracted. Like
I
all things
also
to
want
be
a
super
seagull savior.
comfortable.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, the Seagull Savior is awesome. Okay, anyway, we digress. Do things.
Yes.
Poke. Do
Yeah.
things.
So yeah. So let's start with where we are. Like I said, there is a festival going on. Who are you poking
I'm
at? Are
trying
you
to
poking
poke
at
you,
yourself?
but this is
Because
so weird.
if you want to try poking, you have to point downwards. That's how
I
it looks like you're
noticed that.
poking me. But
That's the. Oh, well,
yeah,
this is really hard,
yeah.
guys. I'm just gonna stop. Go ahead.
It's okay. But basically all our characters are attending this festival. This is a pretty small town. Think about roughly maybe 5,000 people live in this town roughly, and at most of the people who actually live here are a bit older on the older side. It's an aging community. Most people, the moment they get old enough to leave, they take the opportunity, unlike some people who are still trying to figure themselves out, but most of the community is pretty old. So people tend to follow the old ways, the old rituals, the old ways of working. So with this festival, it's a very old-fashioned way of almost acknowledging the spirits, acknowledging what happens with the change of season. And in this case, you're all attending a massive bonfire. Um, you hear people talking about what they've heard of last. So maybe there's an adventurer that's passing by talking about their recent exploits, but people don't really pay attention to them because it's almost the same as talking to a homeless person. You kind of nod your head and hope that they'll stop talking, but you don't really think what they say is of use to you in your current life. People don't really respect adventures that they used to. You might have people talking about maybe they're coming back because they miss the home cooking, they miss eating things such as snail pies and whatnot. You might have people talking about the fact that for whatever reason, there's been this foul smell around the town, but they think it's going to clear up. It's not a big deal, obviously, nothing to be worried about. Um, I'm going to say that at least the most excited person in this party to actually be at the festival would most likely be would be Sylvia. I imagine. So Sylvia, I think I can imagine you being like almost nearest the bonfire. The bonfire is massive. Think about the fact it's maybe about 30 feet wide and 30 feet tall. It's huge. It's almost like a beacon in the dark, in the pitch black that is middle of this town right now in the dark. And I'm curious with the others, where in this festival, so to speak, around the bonfire, do you think you'd be close to the bonfire or a bit by the outskirts? The rest of you guys can tell me.
No, I'd probably be on the outskirts. I am. Uh, I'm trying to take in the festivities and try and feel part, but I think I've been out of town a little bit too long. So you have that awkward silence as you stand on the sidelines where you want to feel included, but you don't really feel part of the community anymore. And
Mhm.
so I'm kind of just listening. You have that divided attention where you just kind of gloss over a bunch of conversations happening between people. You catch a little snippet here and a little snippet there, and um, obviously my character would have picked up that little tidbit about the awful smell happening in the town, but eh, that's not really all that important. So file it back for later. But just vaguely perceiving what's going on around me.
Okay. And with Thalia, would you be close to the bonfire and the festivities, or would you be a bit further away?
Sort of not too far away, but not too close. Trying to mingle, trying to sort of spotting people I recognize in the crowd and trying to make small talk. Um, Not really succeeding at it. I'm also glancing like fairly consistently and frequently at my phone.
Okay. Um, so I'd say between Sylvia and Thalia, like Sylvia, you'll probably be talking excitedly to people. You might hear some people calling out to you like, "Oh my gosh, I swear, if another one of your little cretins try eat my crops again, and like this is like being directed right at you, Sylvia. I swear, I'll have them for lunch because the roast
Hey,
is a roast is a roast.
I
Don't eat
I
anything on
didn't
that roast.
I didn't choose that creature. You chose the creature, and it was untrainable. I am a professional. It was literally untrainable. I could not help it. You know, you should buy a thoroughbred next time or something. Oh my god, would you just move? And there's like this jellyfish looking thing on the floor next to me, which is just like
Okay.
all moisture and jelly and these little tentacles, and it's just kind of slobbering all over my feet, and it looks very
Mm.
unwilling to go anywhere right now, so I kind of shove it a little with my foot, but it's pretty heavy as well, so that doesn't really help. It's clearly not listening to me.
Okay. How big would you say it is roughly? Like, would you say it's
It's
Chihuahua
like picture
size, or
an
would you say
English
it's like,
bulldog. That's, yeah, that's the
ooh?
idea you'll get. Oh, it's pretty big.
Okay. Okay. So we got ourselves a chunk, a heftier jellyfish
Mhm.
creature-ish
Mhm.
thing. Okay. And Thalia, you'll feel tugging on your arm, perhaps like, hello, 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 and some you can almost hear a voice talking towards you, Thalia, but you, like you said, you're too busy looking at your phone to maybe pay attention. Hello, I I told you we went to school together. Don't you remember me? Class of '65. That was me. Thalia, like you're a bit taller, but I know it's you. Thalia.
Hi. Hello. Um.
We were in the same class. You used to ask to use my scroll all the time. I always lent you so many scrolls. It's me. It's me, Becky. Becky, come on. And like
Hi.
you see this very eager looking dwarf talking to you, and she looks so sincere and eager, and she's so convinced that you guys are the best of friends, most likely.
Talia does not recognize her at all. She's like, "Oh my god, yes. Hi. How
Please
have you
roll.
been?"
You're gonna have to roll a performance for me. Our first roll of the night, guys. Let's see if it goes well.
Okay,
No
actually,
pressure.
Yeah,
I'm gonna use
yeah.
D&D Beyond.
Such a
Yeah.
disinterested
So
greeting.
chat, yes, very
Yeah.
slimy. You is right. And we may not be referring to a certain jellyfish bulldog creature. I don't know.
16.
16. Okay. And this dwarf, Becky, is so convinced, like, oh my gosh, she does recognize me. I remember we were such close friends. So what brings you in town? I thought you went to the big city. I thought you were never gonna come back. Are you back for good?
No, God, no. I needed some time off, and I thought I'd come home, catch up with everyone. How's everyone? How are you?
Oh, and then she's nodding her head eagerly, just listening to your every word. Oh yeah, everything is great. We're all great. Nothing to be worried about. I mean, there's been some weird things here and there, but everything's great. And if you were fired, you can just say you're fired. There's no shame in that. Everyone comes back. We all have to come back into the
Why
fold.
would I be fired? What? No. I am very good at my job. Thank you.
And like Becky kind of pauses and looks at you, and she stares at you. And she looks like she's not like gonna question it. She's like, whatever you say. I mean, you can always come back to the fold. That's all I'm saying. Um, we're gonna pause there for a minute so Bex can feel a little less overwhelmed by this eager beaver dwarf. and so and Lena with Jillian, you said you're kind of like sticking in the background.
Yeah.
You might hear someone saying, Jim, Jim, I'm sure your name was Jim. Jim, Jimmy, Jim, and someone's looking your direction, Lena,
Um,
and they're talking towards you like, Jimmy, Jim, Jimster, right?
please stop. My name is Jillian.
Right. And I knew it was Jillian. And if you were to look at this person, they are more raggedly dressed person. And they look, if you were to look a bit too closely, they look like a gnome, but their hair, their facial hair is outgrown, so you can't even tell if it's a female gnome, a male gnome, a gnome of unknown gender. But there's this gnome talking at you, not to you, at you. Yeah, Jimster, I remember you, Jimster, Jill, whatever your name is. But you look like you've been doing okay. How
Yes.
is Jillian dressed? Would you say modestly or like kind of showing off? How would you say Jillian's dressed roughly in a modern-ish way?
No, I think it would be just like smart casual, not to
Mhm.
stand out in a crowd, uh, bit of a suave jacket, maybe like white blouse, pair of jeans, uh, longer type jacket, those jackets that are just below uh, your well, just above your knee line, those
Mhm.
a little bit of a longer cut.
Okay.
Um, but uh, I do not know who you are, but uh, sure, I am happy to see you as well.
It's good, Jimster. Jill something.
Jillian, my name is Jillian,
Yeah, Jillian. Yeah,
and you
whatever.
are
My name is Stan, but I just was,
Stan.
you look like you're doing well. Could you spare some change? Maybe
Stan
just a couple
who?
coins. Oh, well, you don't need to know my name. We all know each other. We're all friends, right?
No,
I
I
think
am
I
sorry,
remember
but we
you.
are not friends. Uh, my friends are around here somewhere, apparently. I just do not see them yet. I do not recall a Stan from childhood. So sorry about that, Stan. Yes, I
And
excuse myself now from this conversation because it is making me awkward.
then chat's like, oh, Stan has to be a fake name. I can see why these people left town. Hey guys, small towns always have
Weirdos.
issues. They weirdos. Like they're not weirdos. It's the town busybody. That's all. Speaking of busybodies, the horse is like bothering me. So like, if you see my arm moving, it's just the horse asking for attention. Um. So, Stan kind of can sense a cold shoulder when he picks one up. So he kind of looks at you, kind of gives you a hairy eyeball, looks you up and down. You think you're better than me just because you come with your fancy fancy clothes and your fancy smells, and he kind of leans forward and takes a couple steps. Just whatever. I don't need your coin. I could take your
What
coin
are
if I
you
wanted to. And he
doing?
kind of like says that under his.
Uh,
Oh man,
no, I do
am I
not
still there?
care. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. I do not care what your social situation is, Stan. I do not know you, and thank you very much for keeping your opinions to yourself.
Whatever. We all have opinions. Just like everyone has an asshole. It looks when he says that he looks straight at you.
Well, I have been called an asshole before, and that has not bothered me the 7 million times I've heard it in my life. So I will not be bothered by it when you say it. Thank you very much for your attention, though. Um, you may leave now.
How about you leave? Because this is my spot, you little interloper. I live here. You just come here, act like you
I
own the
look
place. That is
around.
not good.
I am sorry. I do not see a label here that says Stan's Spot.
Tell me that we
It's like
noticed this at some point. The raised
yes,
voices or something.
yeah. I'm gonna let. So if you want, uh, Teddy and Bex, you guys can both roll perception for me. The DC's not that high.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a perceptive person. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, actually, that's not bad. 15.
17.
Yeah, me.
Okay, you
I
guys are
just
doing
have
out
to
these
be
good
that
rolls.
little
That's
bit
good.
better.
I'm
Yeah,
scared
yeah.
because good rolls now means bad rolls later.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is perfect for me, so I won't say no to that. So, both Sylvia and Thalia, while you guys are try to fit in, trying to figure out what's going on, you can hear these voices getting louder and louder and louder, and strange enough for both of you, you recognize one of those voices distinctly. Like you may have not heard that voice for a long time because if it's who you think it is, it's a friend you remember from back in the day from your childhood, and you guys used to hang out all the time, but they kind of don't come by as much as they used to.
I'm
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna like look around and try and spot my dear childhood friend whose name I completely remember, and then I'm going to
Sure.
then I'm going to grab the kind of gooey jellyfish creature by my feet, and not quite
Oh,
carry them. I'll be dragging them through the mud because they're quite heavy. So slowly but surely getting closer. And like when I'm in range of the stand person, I'm just gonna kind of plop it down on the ground and have jellies like go everywhere, just all over him.
just a little sploo. Like, are you carrying this creature? Does this creature even have a name, Sylvia?
Of course it has a name. No one's asked me what the name is, but it has a name.
We'll just call it. We can like so. Chat, if you guys want to, you can give our unknown creature a name for now. Our unknown familiar for now. Otherwise, I might name him Squishy.
Well, I just
Name
have
it
to
Squishy.
say,
Who knows?
this is a thoroughbred flumph. So if Chad gives it a name, it should have a title and several names, including a family name, because this is a really
Oh,
legit creature.
a flump, a thoroughbred flump. You hear that, guys? Flumps don't flump around. They're serious.
Fancy.
Flumps will flumping. We've got Slumpy. Slumpy. I like Squishy or Squidgy. We've got Slumpy as a potential name too. So we'll workshop that a bit later on. But so Sylvia's decided like to just join the fray and just like spritz all this jelly essence around. What about Thalio? When you hear these two voices talking, what does your character do, Bex?
Um, in the middle of like this very like intensely friendly conversation with Becky, she hears a voice that she vaguely recognizes and she takes it out. She's like, "Oh my god, is that Chili? I'm gonna go say hi."
Oh,
And backs away very quickly.
We were just
I'm so
okay.
sorry. We'll catch up later. Jillian, Jilly. And as I walk close enough, I like to think I get like splattered with the as it goes plop.
Now
Yeah, I
see,
think
here
this.
is my
Oh,
real friend, Sylvia, and her squishy creature. Sylvia, are you still hanging around this disgusting thing? I cannot believe it is still being dragged around by you.
It's still in
Stan,
training,
Steve,
Jillian. How are
Stav,
you?
whatever your name is, this is my real friend.
Yes. Hi.
And
You had. Was this person? Do we know
Oh,
this
good
person, Jillian?
afternoon, evening. I do not
evening,
recall what time it is. It is dark though.
evening. It's dark. It's dark. To set the scene for you guys, I would say it's roughly going towards dusk. So roughly around 5 p.m. It's in the winter, fall-ish type of season, so it's already getting dark-ish. It's a massive bonfire, and oh, get out of the way. We've got a true Becky. Get out of the way. We've got to find a true friend. Okay, we'll see if Becky will let you leave. Valia. So as Jillian says that, oh yeah, here's my actual friend. At that point, I'm gonna say Thalia also joins, and just in time to get sprayed by that jelly as well. You all hear a grunting sound. Oh, what the? And the the gnome who was harassing Jillian takes a few steps back. I may not bathe every single week, but I know a creature of filth when I see one, and he looks at the three of you. Fine, you can take the spot. I was gonna leave anyway. Maybe I'll catch you in the harvest blood moon sometime, And he starts rambling to himself. And I could have friends, and my friends could also jump your friends, and we could all just hustle. And he kind of makes a weird like almost fighting gesture towards you, but he takes a few steps back. Think
Next
of like
time,
almost
tie
like
a sign, put it over there on the curb. It says Stan's spot. Then you can claim the spot truly as yours. I might want to suggest you get the permission of the mayor to officially recognize it. Otherwise, it is just a personal claim, and then anybody can claim it back from you.
Yeah, okay, Jim. So you've got jokes, huh? Just because you're tall and you've got friends and stuff. And he kind of like
Jillian,
he's like makes it he's watching you, but he's walking backwards.
my name has
And
still not changed. It's still Jillian.
whatever Jillian, Jim, Jolly, whatever you are, tall, whatever you are,
Sure.
and he rounds away from a group of people, but he's clearly walking backwards to make sure you don't follow him. You'd think like he's a bit, it's trying tougher than he actually is, but you can
Wonderful
see
to
he's a bit.
meet you too. Okay, bye bye then.
Okay, good to see you haven't changed, Jillian. Talia,
What?
that
He was being obnoxious.
right? But did you you did that thing you always do, that kind of super, uh, kind of rude, aloof type thing where you just sort
That's
of,
not rude.
yeah, okay, sure, if you
It
say so.
was a little rude.
Was that a little rude? No, I don't think it was.
In your
It was meant to be a little assertive, but not rude.
in your voice up ahead, above you, it's a little rude, and it's like, and it's if you look, if you were to look up, do you guys look up? Because you hear his
Yeah.
voice saying,
Yeah.
and it's just like it looks like it's kind of getting dark. It looks like just a winged creature. Could be a crow. It could be someone's familiar, but you just hear someone the voice saying, "Yeah, that was a little rude."
But not even the
Oh,
wind
it's
has an opinion on this.
Oh,
Well, that's not creepy.
I think that's a parrot I trained. Hey, are you one of mine?
oh, not the fad. And then you hear, "Nevermore, ha ha." I'll give you that, nevermore. And like the crows kind of like flies down, looks at you, ha ha. That's all you're gonna get because I don't talk on command. Nevermore, nev. And he flies back up.
He seems
Rude.
to be talking on command rather well, actually.
Yeah,
Bye
So
bye then, Paul.
rude.
he's trained. He's trained. They paid. It's fine.
Can you do a dex saving throw for me, please?
Oh boy. Ooh.
Uh, Sylvia. Yeah,
Sylvia.
yeah.
Sure. That's I need to math it out. A 7. It's a whole 7. Yes.
Ooh,
Aw.
you're gonna feel something hit your shoulder. It's so heavy on impact, and it slides down your arm. It looks gooey and mostly white with bits of yellow.
Ah.
Take
Hmm,
that for what you think it might be. I don't know.
Yo.
wonderful.
Great. Now there's stuff on my shoes and just I still really hate these creatures. Get off. I'm just going to kick the flump again.
Then why are you doing it? If you are not so invested in your career, perhaps you should have taken the government opportunity when they presented it to you. You
I
have
don't
the Zavarian skill of as well.
I don't need some fancy government. Look, I'm good at what I do. Like these animals, they get the training. So I don't need to be a government charity case. Thank you.
Hmm.
I
No,
found
no,
my
well,
own
you
way.
could have been working with imps and some proper demons, but no, you had to work with Slumpy here.
Well, it's a work in progress. Like, I'm sure a better demon will come along at some point. Just this one is taking a while to mature. That's all.
You could have had a succubus. I'm just saying.
You'll hear. I'm gonna say you all hear like a big sigh, like a big sigh of a weird sizzling sound near the end. It's probably Slumpy sighing because you're talking about it and not in the best way possible. Slumpy of Slumpton. Okay, there we go. We have a name. Slumpy of
Slumpy of
Slumpington.
Slumpington. Okay, good. I'm definitely
Yes.
gonna remember that. Thanks, chat. Great to have you hindering the players again. We haven't had that in a while.
You've got to be distracted at all times. Uh, But I'm gonna say I'm just curious. Are you just gonna leave this thing on your shoulder, Sylvia?
I mean, I'm pretty much like, if anyone's looking at me, it's not that my clothing is super tattered, but everything is covered in filth. I mean, you can just see it. It kind of looks like I work in a stable more than like I'm an actual familiar trainer. So I just kind
Mm-hmm.
of I smear it a little, and then I don't really worry about it anymore.
Okay. Okay.
Delightful. Um, when was the last time you had a wash?
What? You know, look, Talia's here. Say hi to hi, Talia. Can you look away from your phone? Surely you're tired of that by now.
Huh? What? Sorry, got an email.
Yeah, you haven't seen us in forever. Like, how about put it away for a bit?
Good
Yeah,
afternoon,
yeah,
Talia.
fine, fine. Phone's gone. She puts it in her back pocket.
Gone for good.
Hi! How have you guys been? And why are you covered in bird shit?
Uh, yeah,
I
it's
think the raven took offense at Flumpy here. Or maybe it was just her shirty personality. I'm not sure. Decided to
I mean, for
contribute,
me,
perhaps. How have you been, Talia? I have not seen you in, I count my fingers a little, several years.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I've been busy, so freaking busy. Got promoted, and now I can barely breathe at work, and it's great. It's great.
that
Um,
sounds terrible.
Wonderful.
I assume you're still trading uh animals,
Well,
Sylvie.
familiars. I'm an actual. I train for. You know this. Come on, it's not new. I've been doing it forever, and I'm really good at it. I mean, that crow could. Raven, sorry, Raven could talk on command, and look. I mean, look at Slumpy of Slumpington over here. It.
Talia, what gave it away?
Shockingly,
Hmm,
shockingly, the goop on my shoes.
oh,
I
that was
haven't
your
been
only
covered in
clue.
I haven't been
Wonderful.
covered in goop since the last time I hung out with you guys.
Ah, I do recall a rather unfortunate event last time I was in your vicinity as well, and I take a step backwards.
It was. It's not. It's not
uh,
me, guys. It just.
You chose a very noble profession.
Noble. No,
mhm.
Noble would have been if she accepted the government position and then
I don't.
actually helped
I don't
with her
need.
proper powers. No, she has to go into the pigsty every second day and train flumpies here.
I. I don't need some snobby and boring and domesticated government job. I get to do something that I yeah.
Sylvia, come on, come on. We
I,
both know you are better than this. We both know it.
I
We
still,
both know your
I still,
skills are better used than that.
Sylvia tries to defend herself. A group of people, like maybe three or so people, walk by, and one of them says, "Yeah, you might want to get a bucket for that, bruh." And they're gesturing at you, Sylvia, like they're looking at your creature. Yeah, bruh, you might need a bucket for that because you never know. Someone's gonna try to eat that.
It,
And they're kind of walking, and they make that comment. And they keep walking, and not actually like try to engage with either of you, but they're just
Hmm.
like, yeah, that looks like leave a bucket, whatever that is.
Thank you. My point has just been proven.
okay, yeah, there.
Is it? Is it edible?
No, it's no. I mean, kinda. You could the jelly. Well, people can make a hallucinogen potion out of it, but I
Hmm.
wouldn't because too much of it is not a good thing. And
Disgusting.
the flump, like, I wouldn't eat the whole thing. Look, you can't eat my employer's pet.
No, no,
Very.
no. Purely theoretical question. Um, But now I'm interested in the hallucinogen.
I am more interested in who the hell would want to buy a flump and have it trained. What the hell?
Okay, so I may have crossed one of my patrons' friends, and they may have decided to make my life misery by uh, employing me to train a
Hmm.
flump for eternity.
Wait for eternity?
That's
Eternity is a long time. That's a
Well,
long, long
jokes on them,
time. But
I'm getting paid, so, as long as I keep this annoying thing on my leg, it's fine.
yeah. But as you guys are kind of catching up and like just maybe poking at like the typical the pincushion of the group who seems to be Sylvia. I'm sorry, Sylvia. Uh these big town friends of yours that they've been around, they've seen the world a bit more than you, so when they see you, they're not exactly as kind as they could have been if they also stayed in town. But the three of you remember whenever you used to meet up, especially when you're younger, you had this kind of your own personal ritual around this time of year because you had all these old people around you, but you guys still like going to camping in the woods. And I mean, when was the last time you guys went camping? The thought comes to each of you one by one.
So, instead of giving me a hard time, thanks, by the way, for that, friends.
I smile brightly and say, always a pleasure.
we tease because we love.
Let's make
What
this
she said.
something we actually enjoy instead of just picking on me all day.
Well,
What?
maybe just a little bit more.
Do you want to go camping again?
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Maybe that sounds better.
right? We haven't done it in ages. Come on, Talia. You'll survive for a little bit without your phone.
You want to sleep in the dirt like we're kids again?
Yes.
I suppose this will also give me an opportunity to find out what is causing the stink in the town. I'm mildly curious about it.
Oh, you're
You said it
here
out
on
loud?
your government job.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said out loud. So you're talking about, okay, you mentioned this out loud. Okay.
Sorry, bad habits. Well, not bad habits, just. Okay, maybe it's a bad habit.
Talia glances at her phone again, and obviously whatever's on it, she's
See?
like
Like
not
that.
impressed by. um, she gets like a little bit fidgety and sort of puts the phone down, like she doesn't want to look at it. Puts it in her pocket again.
See, yeah, you could use a break from whatever is making your eye twitch like that, and you
Yeah,
could use
that's
a break from your boring job. So let's just go camping.
let's go sleep in the dirt and investigate something, I suppose.
And it just so
Hmm.
happens because Sylvia was the only one who was actually planning this and was the most excited about seeing her friends again, maybe. And a little sad lore for the party. I'm gonna say Sylvia's been waiting for you guys every year at this festival. And every year you guys don't come back, and this is the first time in many many years you guys have actually come back to the small town. And every year she would have her camping kits and supplies of her ready to meet up with you guys. So you may not be able to pick up on it, but she's super excited. It's been a long long
It's
time since
true.
any of you have been in town.
It's always just me and Slumpy
It's
waiting
always
for
just
you
me and
guys.
something. Um,
Well,
I'm not
fine.
trying to guilt anyone.
We will go and get in the undersized tents and sleep in the dirt, and I will have a mildly amusing time. Uh,
Just mildly, not spicy. Just a mildly amusing time.
Yeah, see, guys,
Mild
this
is
is
the
gonna
right
be
amount. Not
great.
lemon herb, not spicy, just mild.
I have questions about a spicy amusing time now.
I do not recall where I left my camping equipment.
Oh, that's
I
okay.
think.
I have everything. I have stuff for you guys as well. Just for, I thought that you might show up this year, so I have enough camping equipment for all of us.
Wait, you thought we might show up this year?
Yeah,
Do I
yeah, yeah. So
even
Seriously?
let's go
want to
camping.
know?
Oh, look, I need to take Flump out. It needs to pee. I'm just gonna pick up Flump and just carry the soggy thing away.
Wonderful.
Please roll deception for me, Sylvia, because clearly you're trying to cover your hurt feelings. and the And then Thalia and Julian, you guys can roll insight for me.
I rolled a nat one. Don't even roll inside. Don't bother.
Wow.
I'm
Maybe it
transparent.
might be contested. It might be contested.
I rolled a 3.
I
Oh
rolled a
wow.
16.
Okay. With that crit fail, it's clear that Sylvia's like she's tried to cover her hurt feelings, but she's clearly been waiting for you guys for a long time, and she's kind of surprised you guys forgot about her. She's being it looks like she's trying to make herself a little smaller. She's holding on to Slumpington the third, even a bit closer.
So
It's
when I
sad sight.
realized that those hard edges around your eyes kind of soften a little smidge.
Oh,
Oh.
just a little bit. You're like
Just a little bit.
your eyes are like just slightly calming down a bit. Okay. And Thalia, with this information, like because you rolled so low, you're just thinking like, oh well, Sylvia's always jokes around. It's not a big deal. Like really, it's not that deep. If anything, you kind of feel like you need to look at your phone again. You're kind of getting
As
bored
soon as
already.
the phone comes out, I'm gonna gently put my hand on Thalia's hand that carries the phone and say, Thalia, I think we might have neglected Sylvia a little bit. I think it might not hurt to spend the evening with her in the camp.
What? No, she's fine. Yeah, sure, let's go. And like she starts like scrolling.
Perhaps
Um,
I'm gonna put my hand over the phone. So perhaps just for one evening, just
all right. I'll put an out of office on or something.
You haven't done that. Sorry, out of character. You're at a festival and you haven't done that yet.
Wow, you have it bad. You are committed to this job, this
yeah.
big city job.
I
Very
You are
said
like.
workaholic.
Oh, funny.
Oh yeah, Shads. Yeah, Sylvia really does just miss her friends and Spicy. We're not going to elaborate on Spicy. Chat, no. I won't elaborate on Spicy. I'm just saying you can have a lemon herb good time, or a spicy good time, or a mild good time. We're going for mild tonight. Don't
A good time, catch up on old times.
good
See,
time. Und yeah.
every
Oh,
time you say no theatrics, it's gonna be a thing now.
Well, you. I did not want to bring it up this time around, but remember the last time we did this, and you had the whole incident
Oh,
on
really?
the.
Really?
Yeah, well, theatrics
wow.
just applies so well,
Part of kinds of drama, like Korea,
but
old
then you.
closets. Oh, skeletons in closets too.
Yeah, but I there was the previous time before that as well.
Oh,
I'm just saying,
come on. That was like barely that hardly counts. Like
and
that's
when we were 7, you remember?
we agreed not to talk about that.
Oh,
Well,
I
that's
remember
true.
that.
Oh,
Oh, I
No.
remember that now. Ooh.
It might have been that time when they were 7 might have included some bodily fluids because
mm-hmm.
someone, not Thalia, but maybe Thalia, got really scared, and there were too many ghost stories around the campfire, and she never wants to
Theatrics.
speak about it again.
I'm just saying theatrics. We'll leave it at that. Yeah?
Yeah, hey,
I,
Jillian has a point. I mean, it's always you with the theatric. Like, again, you don't even need insight to know that Sylvia is just relieved that she's not being picked on anymore, so she just jumps on the train. It's like, yeah, the theatrics are. I mean, let's just tone it down this time.
Yeah. So for chat to let you guys know, I know the stream went off for 5 seconds and it came back on. We are back, don't worry. But it's almost top of the hour, which means some of us who are in areas with load shedding will be shut down, but some of us will still be around. So I'm gonna elect the remaining two to do a little dance party when the power cuts for myself and when the power comes back for Lena. I have all the faith in you guys. A little dance party, maybe do some
Wow.
like some shoulder action, a little
All
little
Some
pterodactyl, you
shoulder
know.
I
action.
will be doing flumpy
Yeah.
lumps only, okay?
Flumpy
Which
flump.
is
Flump,
essentially
flump,
just
flump.
jellyfish dancing. That's what I'll be doing. That's it.
Okay, so I'm just letting chat know that if the power if two screens in this go off, it's not because we've ended the stream. It's just because there's gonna be a dance break, and
Mm.
wait, I'm pointing to the wrong direction. They're gonna be giving us a little dance party for a good while, so it'll be great. Don't worry about it.
Being nominated for
But you
playback.
guys, yeah, you that like I told you like just do all you can with regards to dancing and shoulders and pterodactyl. No, this is a pterodactyl. He's a bobcat. There you go. Yeah. Um, but I'm gonna say the three of you are taking in the fresh air. Sylvia's taking out her camping gear. It looks similar to what you guys used as kids. To be honest, like if anything, she may have held onto your stuff as keepsakes, but you don't want to mention it. It's already awkward enough for her. But it's still in good condition. She's been keeping your stuff.
Oh, I think Nelly just went.
Yeah.
Then he just went down.
No, no, still
No,
here.
just a little interruption. Okay.
You vanished
Yeah,
for a
yeah, no,
second.
it's something happened, and it was the coming tides, but we're okay for now. It might.
Drop again, as you say it.
Okay.
All the internet issues. I feel like now is the moment to totally do it. I'm gonna do a jellyfish dance. That's what I'm doing. How? See, this is so tough. There we go. That counts as
You wanted
something.
to like approach the whole stream at a freaking 90-degree angle.
I'm at the right angle. You're all skew. I mean, come on, look at that. What is happening?
Yeah.
It's
I think chat.
definitely not that I broke my webcam or anything. This is normal.
Hypothetically, though, if you did break the webcam, what happened to it?
Um, you know, cats and you know how cables sometimes they're on the table connected to your camera and sometimes they go flying across the room because someone has the zoomies. So, yeah. I'm about as good
I'm
at trading familiars in real life as I am in this game.
The zoomies.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Cats get the zoomies.
they get the zoomies.
Yeah. That needs no explanation.
Um, is it like that when the cats go like absolutely berserk and just start running around the place for no reason?
Yes.
Yes.
The zoomies. And then they just break everything in your house.
Yeah. No, I've seen that.
Lost a lot of glasses.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, my power just came back on as well, so I am quickly going to swap over to my main PC. Give me 5.
Okay. We will not
See
be
you ladies
dancing
in a
for
bit,
you
and we
as
can
well, though.
continue. Well, no, not even a jellyfish.
Okay, one
Rude.
jellyfish.
One jellyfish. Okay, cool.
Okay.
See you in a bit.
Okay. I wonder if we need to do the
Alright.
jellyfish. She's gonna know that I'm doing another. I'm so good at these. This is a broken jellyfish. So there we go, chat. Perfect. Why are yours so much better than mine? What is happening? Why are my jellyfish all broken?
Just imitating you.
Why are you doing it better though? What is happening? I'm over here with like my jellyfish are made of twigs for some reason. Oh, it's bad. It feels bad.
Sorry. I will say I do not have nearly enough alcohol in my system to actually dance.
Yeah, don't worry, me neither. I just usually do like something like this, and then it's horrible, and make everyone regret that they asked me to dance. That's it. See, they're gonna stop doing it at some point if I make it terrible enough.
I respect the strategy.
So now you've told us your strategies. Now we're gonna keep making you dance. I think.
Why
Hey
is
guys.
your volume so low? Oh no, I can't hear you, so I can't hear your veiled threats.
They're not threats. They're promises. Okay. I've gone back now. We've lost Lena, so I feel like there's no alcohol in your bloodstreams, but there's the feel of dancing. So I think grab a familiar that's nearby you. It could be a boy cat. Oh, my familiar is arriving. Hold on, she's knocking on the door.
Grab a familiar and wave them in front of the screen. I didn't have a familiar with me though. I'm
I do, but he
familiarless.
looks very peaceful, and I don't
Oh.
want to disturb him.
My familiar just gate crashed. They're
Oh.
50 minutes.
Familiar snout. Ooh, we
Yeah.
have Lena face.
Oh, we all have faces now. Okay.
Yay!
Welcome.
Oh God!
Oh, what was
There
that?
we go.
First
There he
jump
is.
scare. Oh, he's so fluffy.
We got our first jump scare of the street.
Ooh,
Oh,
very angry
jeez.
jump
He's a
scare.
grumpy
Angie.
boy.
Wow, that's a formidable.
Sorry, my partner just handed him to me.
Was this like a quick fetch, like quick like catch type of situation? Okay. Totally not a bad thing to do. People, you can throw cats around, but maybe the cats will not want to be flung around.
The cat was not thrown. He was never in any danger. He was fully supported the whole time.
Okay,
No
he was
cats
Disclaimer
were
notes.
harmed in the
What's
making
it?
of this
Yeah,
episode.
there we go.
So guys, we're back on stream. We now all have four faces, not just three.
Wait,
We have
all of
four
us have
faces, so
four?
in case
Where?
everyone, everyone has four faces. Clearly, you can't tell because you're almost in the upside down. You're on the way to the upside down thing. You need
Well,
to
we've all formed part of the living tribunal.
clearly like where are your other three faces, Teddy? You obviously can't see them,
In the
but they're
upside
there.
down.
You just
Can't you
gotta
see
look.
them? They're right there.
They're right there. um. So, just to let you guys know, when we did not have our dance break because some people don't dance
Hey, we
apparently,
had
but
jellyfish dancing. It happened.
okay,
There was
okay,
jellyfish
okay.
dancing.
I'll take the jellyfish dancing, but just to let you guys know, we're playing a one shot game. If you've joined in the past couple minutes, I'm DMing a one shot. It's a 5e based system, maybe some tweaks, and our three players are playing home like childhood friends who are come back home to a small town, some by choice, not some because they're stuck there. And one of them have actually convinced the others to go camping just for the good old times, just to relive childhood memories and childhood traumas of the bodily fluids variety for some people. Who knows? Um, and that's what we're gonna start our next scene. So the three of you are laying under the stars. It's lovely. You're in the middle of the woods. It's I would say like between you guys leaving the bonfire festivities and actually getting to the woods camping area you guys used to play around in, it's getting about early evening. It's more like 7 o'clock ish right now. So it's getting pretty dark, and you are in a small town, so it's, it gets quiet very quickly. And just to remind you guys, the town is full of mostly elderly people. So you know how it is in elderly people in rural areas, not in like retirement homes. Retirement homes are out there playing bingo and doing all kinds of spicy
All the
stuff.
nightlife
But in
people.
yeah, like whereas a small town elderly population, they sleep when the sun goes down, so it's dead quiet. Unintended, by the way. So the three of you are getting settled. I was saying you're in your tents, or let's say you're sharing a tent to make it nice and cozy. Because Sylvia is so excited to have you guys together, she can't even think to have separate tents. You guys are all in one tent,
Yeah, but we're
nice and
The
cozy.
it's
slump.
also my childhood tent, so it's not like we can fit, but it's gonna be terrible the whole night. And also the flump is definitely gonna try and cuddle.
Oh yeah, and actually, hold on. I'm gonna roll some. Just check something quickly. Let's see.
It's like getting worse by the second.
I'm gonna say by this roll. So Thalia, as the night progresses, you guys are probably talking and whatnot. You're really trying not to like reach towards your phone, but when you do feel the urge and you reach towards your phone, you feel a soft, oozy texture instead. And you look down, you kind of feel that you can see Slumpington is actually trying to creep onto your legs. And if you can ever read the facial expressions of a jellyfish, they seem to be sincere, but they're trying to get really close to you, and they may or may not have touched your phone.
So I try to like, as I'm holding and like taking the phone with one hand, I'm trying very gently to ease this jellyfish off my legs. Just no, please get
Oh,
off.
you don't
Go
have to worry
go
about
go.
Slumpy. He'll. Actually, I think he likes you.
Oh.
Yeah, just maybe like kick a little bit. Try and prime off with your other foot. Just yeah.
The animal trainer is actually encouraging animal abuse. I see how it is. Okay, it's okay. Chat, do you see this? We need to hinder the players and help me because I don't support animal abuse. I treat my familiar very well, just so you know. Very, very well. It's a little sus,
I
but
am
Hmm.
a little bit worried that if I kick, my foot will go through the tent. She's got like her knees scrunched,
Yes.
like
Sylvia, did you really have to bring only one tent? One tent? I thought you were going to bring all three.
We always used to share one.
Yes, but we are not children anymore. We are all grown adults and we barely fit into. We are going to be sleeping with our feet outside the bloody tent at the rate.
Well, I'm sorry. I just thought we'd have fun and we'd share our tent like in old times. And I mean, Slumpy isn't like.
Can we
I'll
at
live with
least
him.
get Slumpy outside the tent?
Okay, fine. Slumpy,
you
Slumpy,
Slumpy's like,
go. And
I
you
hold
just see
on to that.
Slumpy doesn't.
Like, he's kind of it's kind of eager to hold on to Thalia's leg. I don't know. Good luck.
Slumpy, down, down, bad Slumpy, Slumpy. I just look. He'll get
Every
cross
time
again.
you berate something, you're feeling like a tighter pressure around your calf right now. Every time Sylvia says something, the tightness and pressure increases around your leg, your lower leg on your around your calf.
Sylvie, stop
What?
talking. I think it's going to eat my leg.
It won't eat. It's a pet. It doesn't eat legs.
Oh, like squeeze it off. It's getting tighter.
Oh yeah, that's. Oh, you know what?
Uh,
It doesn't like fire. If just we could just hold your leg close to fire, and it'll fall right off. It gets dehydrated fast.
wow. While these two are talking, Jillian, can you please roll perception for me?
Oh no.
Again, I do not support animal abuse, so chat, you should send all the good vibes my way and good rolls.
Chad, to be fair,
16.
I don't support animal abuse in the least, but you know, this is a fantasy realm and my character's kind of an ass, so.
I think you're all asses. That's why you guys were friends to be.
Yeah, quite possibly.
So, Jillian, what was your perception roll?
16.
Lena. Okay, I was like, that's you, Lena. You're Jillian. You're
Yes.
definitely
Yes, it took me a second there. I got it.
okay. 16. So, Jillian, as much as the two of them talking about like potential amputation interests you, and it could be a nature of your training, you always try to be aware of your surroundings at all times. You hear a snap of a twig, snap of another twig, and snap of another twig. And these sounds sequentially are getting closer to the tent that you are in right now.
I am going to immediately fumble for my coat and harshly whisper at them, "Would you please fight? There's something sneaking up on us." And I'm going to pull out a little hand crossbow and clip in a
Okay.
little magazine.
Did you have that this whole time?
Of course I did. What do you mean?
Just
Now be
out of
quiet. I'm
curious.
going to see what's out there. I'm going out the tent.
You're talking to your friends, and then someone's like, boom, crossbow. And crossbow, not even. So, Jillian, you step outside. It's at this point, it's got a lot darker. If anything, you think it's like it's the dead of night. You think it's almost the midnight, so almost maybe midnight, 12, 11:30 or so. And the moon has gone very bright. The cloud cover is moved away, and you can see a full moon very clearly in the sky. And it's oddly feels like it's beaming down directly onto your tent. So you look like a beacon right now amongst the woodlands and the trees that's like pitch black.
I am going to just, while trying to stay aware of my surroundings, just kind of looking up at this strange phenomenon and
Mhm.
very softly say to myself, well, this is unusual.
What was
I'm going
that?
to try and sense if there's any um, magic floating around.
Okay, and while you try to sense that, you kind of get distracted partially because you can hear uh, Thalia calling out like, what was that? What's going on? Like, they're clearly civilians. Her and Sylvia don't know how serious things can get really quickly. Please do Arcana check. You can roll for Arcana for me.
While this is happening, Sylvia is trying to pry the flump off of Talia's leg. Just like
They shouldn't
grabbing
have
the
distracted me.
tentacles and pulling.
Only a 6.
A 6! Okay. Sorry, I'm not being aggressive at all. 6, okay, that's fine.
Bad poker
Um,
face DM.
Hmm.
you you pause to try to get a sense for what might be out there, why things seem oddly just giving you the weird vibes. But the two of them are making more noise than they think they are. Like you can hear the squelching sound gets louder. You hear a slight shriek coming from Thalia, and Sylvia just keeps saying, "Just stop moving, stop moving. It makes it worse. It makes it worse." So you honestly cannot tell. But the only thing you can sense is that the moonlight seems very crisp tonight. And maybe pretty if you were a bit more poetic, but you can't sense any magic.
I am going to poke my head back into the tent and say, would you two please be quiet? I am trying to sense if there's something out there happening.
You just
I'm
moaned
going to be
about
killed by a jellyfish.
you just moaned about Slumpy being in here, and I'm trying to get it out, and now that's also an issue. And also, Talia might be killed by a jellyfish, so you know.
You knew this thing was dangerous. You admitted I'm gonna die.
Well, it's not normally dangerous, but it's I don't know. Maybe it's just hungry.
It's going to eat me.
I don't know.
Um, so I
I'm
just
even
want to
going to poke
quickly
my
call.
head back out again and just scan the surrounding area because what's
Uh,
going on in there is pointless.
quick thing. Laura Bones, hey, thank you for joining the chat. And Laura Bones has subscribed for 14 months. 14
Ooh.
months.
All
So
the upside
thank you
down
very
hearts.
much.
Wait, there we go. Upside down hearts
Oh,
for
thank
you.
you. So that's you can give a
Upside
little
down is
roll
like
of
the
character if you
angular
want.
heart. The
Angular
angular
hearts
heart
for
for
you, Laura Bones.
Thank
You get my
you so
very
much.
rare sideways heart just for you. There we go.
Okay.
Ooh.
Sideways heart.
Chat, I see what you said, don't worry. Sylvia, I need to do a strength roll, and actually, no, not that. Bex, Thalia, I need to do a Constitution saving throw at
Oh no.
disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Wow.
Oof.
Yeah, it's not me. The chat has spoken.
The chat has
Chat has
spoken.
spoken.
Chat.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay. I didn't need disadvantage. I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Lovely.
You're feeling a little woozy right now. Like the pressure, like this jellyfish cretin that belongs to Sylvia has been applying a lot of pressure onto your leg, onto your calf, but you're starting to feel less flow in your leg, and you're feeling very, very dizzy. And count of 5, 4,
Hey,
3,
Sylvie,
2, and you're
I
done.
don't feel
Oh, crap. Uh, Jillian,
And Jillian's already stepped out. Jillian stepped out again. So Sylvia, it's you and this body and the jellyfish.
dang it. Okay, wait. What was that? Think. You just learned how to do this. Uh, it, uh, Slumpy, down. But as I say that, I'm gonna cast command to
Okay.
to use command on it to get off of Talia's leg.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna roll command. It's a wisdom saving throw with DC of 13. So let's do this. Let's see. You're gonna have to give me. I'm gonna just roll like a blind D20. I'm guessing Slumpy doesn't have stats.
No, definitely not.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a blind D20 for Slumpington the third and hope I get above 13 for Thalia's sake. Or oh, I mean, it sucks for you, but I got 16 for Slumpy is pretty wise. That's
Oh boy.
so. So you're trying. You're trying to sound super assertive, and you're using your big adult voice. But Slumpy could not be bothered. If anything, Slumpy looks belligerent. Like this is its time to shine. It's gonna. It's almost looks like it's. You can see some a slight showing of teeth.
Oh
You didn't
boy.
realize Slumpy had that many teeth to begin with.
Oh boy.
Let's go back to Jillian for now while Thalia is losing potentially some blood, and we'll see how that goes. So Jillian, you go back outside. What are you gonna do?
I am just scanning the area because I mean I'm certain I heard some um, twigs cracking. I'm pretty convinced that something was on the way, and I am just kind of scanning the area. But it's like I don't have dark vision, so it's like I'm fully relying on the moon to see if there's movement in the trees and bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just kind of scanning the area. I'm like desperately trying to focus what's going on out there and not what's going on in the tent right here.
Fair enough. So you can roll perception for me then.
Sure. Oh, that's pretty good. 22.
Whoa. Okay. Well, now we're bringing the you out here bringing the big rolls. Okay. With a 22 roll, you pause and focus your energy because you kind of block out the sound from the tent behind you, and you try to focus your attention everywhere else around the tent, and you're almost able to, like you said, you're using the light of the moon to help you focus, and you see movement going past the tree line, and a shadow goes. You see a second shadow, and you're convinced it's not from the same being, but it seems to be circling around the tent. It might be one. Wait, no, it's two. You're convinced there are two things circling around the tent.
I'm gonna hunter's mark one of them.
Ooh,
Starts
okay,
a fight while I'm
okay.
trying to kill our childhood friend. This is going well.
And for the sake of chat, may you please explain what Hunter's Mark does?
So I can choose a creature I can see within range and mystically mark it as my quarry until the spell ends, which is like an hour. I can deal an extra bit of damage to it when I hit it, and I have advantage on any wisdom, perception, or wisdom survival checks to find it. If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, I can use a bonus action to subsequently mark another creature.
That works nicely. So you do that, and you can almost instinctually you can tell you've been able to pick up where one of them is, so you know where that is. I want to go back to the tent. Um, so Thalia, you're unconscious, but I'm gonna let you do another roll for me. Can you do a blind D20 roll for me? I just want to see if I'm gonna be nice or not. No, just do another Constitution saving throw. Just another Constitution saving throw. Let's make it a bit
Okay.
better.
Uh,
No disadvantage this time. Just a single roll.
6.
Oh.
Oh my. I feel like D&D Beyond is not your friend right now. You need
Clickety clacks moment. Clickety clacks.
you want the clicky clacks. The clicky clacks need to come out because D&D Beyond is not your friend. It's historically it's no one's friend in Dum Dum Die.
Yeah,
We tend
I
to.
don't know what they did with the algorithm on that dice, but it is not random. It is just hypocritical.
Yeah,
Mean.
yeah. It's always
Mean.
those are those bad rolls. But if I'm gonna say, I'm gonna let you please do a reroll for me with your clicky clacks. Yeah.
A clicky clack roll.
Oh no.
It's worse.
What?
It was
What?
meant to be
A
bad.
3.
3. Okay, realistically, your initial 6. You open your eyes for a moment, and you can still feel that pressure on your leg. You pull up your half your body, like you're pulling up your chest, look down your leg, and it wasn't a bad dream. That thing is still on your leg, and you go back down again. Sylvia, what are you doing? Because you need to make a move.
Talia.
I'm gonna give you like one try, and I'm gonna.
So I'm gonna grab the closest blanket, which is most certainly Jillian's, and I'm going to just wrap it into a little ball, use prestidigitation to set it on fire, and then threaten the flump, going, I will completely dehydrate you if you don't get off right now, and then just kind of swing the flaming blanket in front of it, hopefully not setting the tent on fire. Who knows?
That's a future you problem, but I won't even make you roll intimidation. Fire right in front of this creature's face is enough to freak it out. The moment you thought the teeth were getting a bit too long, they immediately recede, and the pressure is immediately removed from your leg. If anything, it seems like that's Slumpington has like it's gone to the furthest corner of this tiny tent. It's trying to dig beneath the tent to get out. It is panicking. And I feel bad for the creature, but also not really because it had it coming. Like you did do that on purpose. But Thalia, do one more Constitution roll. If you fail it, something happens. If you don't fail it, don't worry.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry. Wow.
Yeah.
Different dice.
You can.
A 6.
Okay,
your
so
dice rolling needs
I
work.
think the dice gods
Use-
cursed me.
You used all your luck in the first roll.
It was
No
like
luck
2
Yeah.
rolls. That's not fair.
basically, so now I'm gonna ask you to roll D100. I'm gonna introduce another mechanic into this where I will tell you what happens and how severe it is.
Oof.
Okay.
But yeah, just do a D100 for me. So you can use your clicky clacks for luck or your D&D Beyond for not luck. It's
But
your
they
choice,
kind of
but
give you the same
D100.
rolls either way, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Super quick. I have never actually rolled D100. I'm still.
Oh, cool. So D100, it's so you have the one die that looks like it has like exceed 30, 40,
yeah.
whatever that one,
Hold
and
on,
it's your
wait, yeah.
D10.
And
Okay.
the standard D10.
A
Which is
D10 that looks kind of like
And then, yeah, those are the.
Yeah.
I'm being handed other dice.
So you roll both of them at the same time.
yeah. So
Okay.
we like to thank our off screen assistant for the dice assist over there.
Background dice assist.
I did
Yeah.
at one point know about this, but now I feel like a total noob.
Yeah, it's cool.
Nope. Alright. 250.
Okay, so the number that has the double digits, that's gonna be like, say if it's what did you roll for that?
50?
A 5,
50,
okay.
and
Single
then
digit?
the other one was?
2.
What was the other roll?
Okay, so 52.
52. Okay, so you got 52. Let's see how it. Okay. Ooh. No, I can't let this happen. That's too soon.
Oh no.
I mean, the dice
Please,
gods are
Really?
broken.
It's really, really bad. I'm using a stress mechanic, but the opposite way of it of the stress mechanic. And this roll that you got was really bad.
No,
So
no, no, no. The
That's
dice gods
yeah,
have
yeah.
spoken.
Dice gods have spoken.
um you die.
Oh
You
shit.
take
Sorry.
you have a severe heart attack. You die. You take one final action before you go.
Quickly, possess Flump so you can keep playing.
That's why I'm offering you another roll. So actually,
Oh,
Dex,
wow.
I'm gonna give you two options. One, and I don't want because you guys are squishy, but they're not supposed to be that squishy. The mechanic is not supposed to be like that crazy. But your roll was just like not ideal. One, you can allow your character to die, and I have a plan for that like death, or you can do a re-roll, or
Quick,
three, you
chat.
can
Give her inspiration.
Chat,
Do it.
chat,
yeah, chance.
inspiration,
Quickly,
reroll.
quick.
There's a
Go
Oh
Flump
my
fast.
gosh!
Steam
Oh,
lunch.
okay. Laura Bones said, since it's my birthday, can I gift everyone an inspiration? Yes, Laura Bones. Of course you can.
Mm.
Yay!
Oh,
Also, happy
thank you,
birthday.
Laura Bones.
Happy birthday,
And the
Happy
heart,
Laura.
the heart
birthday!
Happy
thing.
birthday.
Happy
There.
big birthday! So you, three of you, all of you have inspiration,
Oh, that's
and
so
I
sweet.
highly recommend you use your inspiration to reroll.
That is a good
Please don't roll
recommendation.
52 again.
Don't
Okay,
roll.
so
If you do lie about it.
just if you have to, just lie, but just give us a roll, and I might I'm gonna for Laura Bones' birthday, I might make a move on something else.
Ooh.
this is making me nervous. I am incredibly terrified right now. 22.
Me too. Okay. Mm, okay. Okay. You need to roll a d10 for me. You currently feel overwhelmed. I just want to determine how overwhelmed you feel.
Can I just point out that when the death roll was there, our DM said this is too soon, and not that it couldn't happen. So, yeah.
I noticed. I did notice that one.
Just want some bodies to move
Correct.
on, but like if you move on to this off this mortar coil to the next one, that's fine too. I can make that work. It is Halloween after all.
My understanding of what is good and bad in terms of dice rolls has gone out the window. I rolled a 9.
No, that's fine. Don't worry. So I'm using a different mechanic. So there's another system called Mothership, and they have a stress mechanic. But someone offered a reverse of the mechanic, and I was playing around with that. So don't worry about. You don't have to know about whether or not it's good or bad. It's a thing, and the thing has not killed you yet, so you're fine. It's okay. But
But
uh,
close.
you have a you have a nervous twitch, in your leg and in the hand that was holding the phone, but you're alive. So your
Alright.
leg twitches occasionally, and your hand that would normally hold your phone is kind of spazzing regularly. Sylvia, you notice that Thalia was suspiciously still for a very, very long time. And then her leg started twitching, the one that Slumpy was latched onto. And then her hand starts slumping. Her whole body starts almost shaking.
Oh,
It
that.
looks for a moment like her body floats for a moment. You're pretty sure
Floats.
you did not you don't not recently lick any of your familiars. You're sure that you're not tripping balls, but you kind of think you should be tripping balls right now. Her body floats maybe about 20 centimeters off the ground, and it goes back down. As Valley, as your body goes down to the ground, you feel like you've actually fallen into water. If anything, if you were to open your eyes, it looks like you're at the bottom of the ocean. You just see blackness around you. Nothing but blank, blank, blank. It feels like you're in water. You're moving very sluggishly slow. It looks like there's nothing but blackness around you. You feel like you're underwater. But when you saw her body hit the ground, it did rest for a moment, and that's when you gain consciousness again, Thalia. Your eyes open, and you realize, okay, that twitch you felt was real. Your body is still whole. You're still solid, but it's awkwardly uncomfortable right now. But you're totally alive, and Sylvia is convinced she might be a necromancer. Maybe.
That was Talia, could you move? I need to just get this damn thing out of here. And then I'm just gonna wave the flaming blanket across Talia's face. Because I'm still trying to make that thing go out the exit of the tent instead of trying to burrow out. It, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
So
So we're gonna
the
go back to Julian outside the gate. Oh yeah, Thalia, you had a moment of resurrection. Would you like
yeah,
to
the shock of coming back to life and then having a blanket waved in your face.
go back outside the tent with Lena? You've marked one of the creatures. I want you to roll initiative for me, please.
Oh wow.
19.
This is going well.
It's going so well. Like we've got near death experiences. We have, you got what? What was your roll?
19
Okay, what is your dex modifier?
plus 3.
Okay, you go first. Lucky, but it's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. No one's gonna get hurt today. Not right now. Um, as you march, you could sense you march one of these creatures. You hear ribbit, ribbit. It's an oddly inhumanely large giant frog that's jumped right in front of you almost. It doesn't look like a normal frog though. If anything, parts of his body looks burnt. The acid burn at some point. Chunks of its body looks like it's missing. You can almost see the bone in one of its legs, one of its rear legs. It looks violated. It looks like it's been attacked somehow. And you hear another ribbit. Another giant frog is behind it. This one looks a bit more whole of flesh, more fleshier. It looks like it hasn't been as harmed by whatever may have.
I am just going to.
And you
I'm
you
going to
get first. You get.
shout. Yeah, I'm going to shout. Ladies, please come out of the tents. We are being beset by giant frogs that look kind of undead, and I'm going to. Well, I've already got my little crossbow in my hand, so and there's a big target in front of me, so I'm going to shoot it. I'm not going to ask questions. These things are undead. I'm not taking chances. I'm shooting. Shoot first. Oh, 11 to hit.
Oh my! Does it hit? It does. Damn it. Okay, that's fine. We can
Damn
work with
it.
this. We can
Wow.
work with this.
Okay. Oh, that's a nice hit, actually. 9 damage.
What the? Okay. I'm gonna. Which one were you aiming for? The one right in front of you, right?
The first one that looks worse than the other one. I'm going to use my
Yeah.
bonus
So.
action to shoot it again.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could have used a pet, Stop killing the
Sure.
frog population.
This one is a 17 to hit, so I'm pretty sure that
Yeah,
is going to hit for 5 damage.
What that matches. So that first, it was worn down already. It looked terrible. It looked very peaky, but it looked like it was good. Its mouth was making a weird gesturing motion, and it collapses down. It looks like it's twitched the front legs twitch a bit, but it collapses. The second
Government
one
training,
sees this.
guys.
Government training. See, that's what you get when you go for real skill sets. For some people, maybe not others. The second frog sees this, and it is livid. It is going to charge at you. And
Okay.
this large frog that looks more whole of flesh, it doesn't look so beaten up. It's going to actually jump at you and try to bite at you. It looks. Oh, actually, no. This is better. It's gonna try to. It makes that weird motion with its mouth like the first one did, but this time the tongue sticks out. And it looks like it's gonna try to pull at you.
Hey, I
The
just have a
frog
quick
makes one
question.
bite. Oh
Do
yes.
do I know what these frogs are? Judging that by my
Yeah.
profession, do I know what these things are?
Roll history for me, but at advantage.
Okay.
And also, oh no, not the froggy. Yeah, I know, Wednesday. I was the friend. The frog just wanted to say hello. There was nothing weird about it at all. Nothing at all. And
Nothing weird.
Sure.
oh,
14.
Wednesday's gifted.
Oh!
Wednesday's actually gifted a sub. So thank you very
Oh,
much. You've gifted the subs. Thank you very much, Wednesday. Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
all the love.
I completely forgot that I could have. Well, I can. I still can, but I'll do it next turn if I survive. 14.
This
I
is
could
so
roll extra
close.
14.
damage for the hunter's mark, so forgot about it.
Yeah. I'm glad you didn't
This is
because like it
okay.
was
Didn't matter.
no. Okay, you got 14. So you can tell you were sent here to figure out some strange goings on. The thing is, you were before you were sent here, you're given a brief, a very simple brief that said, "Be mindful of any odd smells." There's been hints of odd smells in the town. It also tells you the fact that there seems to be a radius, like a concentrated space where this keeps happening, and that space is actually near the woods where you are right now. The frog that you can see, you'd think it's a normal beast that has no affiliation to anyone, but for whatever reason, it's been changed in some way. You suspect something within that radius of odd, odd things have happened that people have been taken note of. They mostly thought they were just people didn't take them very seriously because it's a bunch of old people, and people see things that are not really there. People kind of like are very big into superstition, so no one took it very seriously. But you do remember a mention of an interview with someone, perhaps almost 6 months ago, saying that they're pretty sure their cat was eaten by a frog, but no one took it seriously. No one
Okay.
took it seriously at all. Um, while you demolish that thing, I want this creature to attack you. It's gonna try to bite at you and try to like grapple at you. So I want to see um if it's if its attack works. So let's just roll. Let's roll well, boys. It's fine. We're gonna resolve that. It tried to grab at you and it missed you. It missed you by a mile, but it did grab at the tent behind you, and it's actually pulling. Its tongue grabs at the tent. It pulls the tent. At that point, I would like Dex and Teddy to do a Dex saving throw for me.
Sure.
And I.
Good luck, Froggo. The
Oh,
flump is coming right
oh,
at you.
and also we've chat has given us an awkward wink, so everyone.
20? 19?
20.
20.
Okay, you have a dirty 20. Nice, very
Yeah.
nice. Okay, if you're dirty 20, you probably because you're hyper aware, your senses are very highly attuned. You stop and realize that you just woke up. You're not dead. That creature is gonna die any minute now. And you've noticed that the you could sense that there was movement in the tent, and the tent was pulled. The top part was pulled off, and thankfully you're sitting on the tarp that's separate from the tent. But you were able to not be moved too much. If anything, you were able to stand like as the tent was pulled up, you were raised by the tent, and you landed on your feet perfectly. Your dead your pin needle's leg is a bit soft. It couldn't carry your weight completely, but you righted yourself just in time.
With like a yes! Oh!
and and for most, you wish you knew where your phone was, because that would have been an epic moment to take to actually document.
Recording.
uh, and Teddy, what is your role for Sylvia?
So I would like to stress the fact that Sylvia was waving a fire blanket at a pissed off flump, and therefore a 5 was the maximum she got on that roll. So
Oh wow! So I mean, it's fair. You were distracted. You were committing a mild bit of arson. So these things
A
happen.
mild bit.
Um, Oh, chat says that the stream froze, but we're back. Okay, we're back. We're good. We're good. I think we're having a a weird windy day, so the stream is just like it's doing what it wants.
Freaking out, yeah.
Um, yeah, but so Sylvia, so Teddy's character Sylvia, you as the tent is pulled up, you with the tent are flung towards the frog. You are almost caught entangled in the remnants of the tent. So you're lying prone in the remains of a tent that's been disrupted. But if it's any consolation, when you look up, you see Jillian's almost right in front of you. You're looking up at her. What do
Wait,
you do?
am I still holding the flaming blanket? Because that's real important.
Won't the
Ooh,
tent not catch flame by now?
Surely it
actually,
must.
that's a good question. Let me just. I'm gonna do a quick. Let
Also, I don't know
me do a
about
quick.
flumps. They might be flammable.
So with this roll, I'm gonna say that you had enough presence of mind to let go of the flaming blanket. Unfortunately, it went with the flump as well. If anything, you hear a flying crashing sound, perhaps by the tree line a bit further ahead, and you hear the crinkling sound of maybe some fire. But right now, you're okay.
That's what
You
matters.
smell the your legs, not your legs. I'd say your side feels a little warm. That's nothing to worry about. Maybe it's just like the flames are just in your head. You did fall kind of hard, so there are some flames attached to the tent that's attached to your side, and
Wa-
your flump is flung off with some potential fire as well.
I'm gonna
Was that
glare.
my blanket?
I'm gonna glare at Jillian and go, "You had to say no theatrics, did you?"
But I didn't mean this!
And yes, it was your blanket.
Why was it on fire?
Because of the.
Well, we get into this later. Look, the frog is trying to eat us.
And this before we continue with the frog, yeah, Laura Bones says like that smell was followed by the smell of roasting marshmallow. So we now know what the flump smells like when
Oh,
it catches
wow.
fire. It
Lovely.
smells like marshmallow.
Thank you for
Yeah,
that, Laura
that's
Bones.
so yeah, that actually answers Fabio's question from before. If they're edible, yes.
Yes.
The Vex, they are edible and they smell and maybe taste like roasted marshmallow. So
Yeah.
if anyone wants a s'mores later on between the frog attack, we can get some s'mores going. Some
Given that
graham
it almost
crackers.
killed me,
Hey, guys,
revenge
Feeling
s'mores.
revenge.
we can't eat my
We'll have
only
a revenge
vegetarian
arc
food.
for you.
On the plus side, you are now no longer for eternity bound to a flump.
Yeah, but maybe something worse this
Yeah.
time. Who knows?
Yeah. So Bex and Teddy, I need you to both roll initiative for me as well.
Oh, right. We're still
Because
in trouble
now
here.
the frog has seen you and it's intent on also attacking you.
I'm gonna yell, wait, I want to talk to it, and then, think really hard about what to say because I rolled a 7 for initiative.
It is not
Uh,
friendly, it's
Uh,
undead. It's
so Teddy,
uh,
you got 7 and Bex?
16.
What that listen? 16. Okay, life is your senses are highly attuned. You are ready to you're like, let's freaking go. You are so like it you don't know if it's the fresh air here or not having your phone attached to you, but you are ready to go. You are so ready to fight. So I'm gonna say that was the frog's turn. It pulled the tent and caused that whole mess. So next is actually you, Thalia. What you see this oddly huge frog, and maybe for the sake of context, because I didn't tell Jillian, but the frog looks like the size of maybe a 10-year-old child, height wise. It's a big, stupidly big frog. Stupidly big.
there's one
Like,
rotting corpse off to the side with two little bolts in it.
yeah.
How close to the frog am I?
I'm gonna say you are still by the tent, so you're about 5 feet away. Whereas, Teddy, Sylvia, you're right next to Julian, so I'd say you're about 2 feet away from the frog. It's like right in. No, it was a bit further on, so I'll say 5 feet away.
Is there anything near me that I can like pick up? Or
Okay, you can roll perception for me, and that will that be your turn? You want to roll perception, and that's
Yeah, I
it.
want to like look around frantically for something I could use.
Okay, so you look around frantically. You see this frog. You panic because you felt like, okay, let's freaking go, and you see this oddly large frog, and you think, no, let's not go. Let's definitely not go. Definitely not go. And you're looking for something. What do you
I
roll? What is the roll?
feel like I need to confirm that I am not fudging my rolls after rolling really badly. I got another 19.
Nice.
Oh, okay. No, I trust you. You're fine. You're totally fine. That's the nice thing about Clicky Clacks. I take you at your word. So 19, you remember that Sylvia did bring a pack of stuff, and you actually had things like when you had a pitch tent, you had like a little hammer. There was a shovel as well as the pieces of the tent that's surrounding Teddy's character Sylvia, and those pieces of canvas tent, whatever, have hooks that were put into the ground to hold the tent. So you see a decent amount of stuff. And also with your roll being so high, I'll also say you see a branch that is just past the frog in front of you. A large branch that could be like the size of a nice 2x4, a nice whacking implement.
Okay. Um can I grab something? Do I still
You know what? I'll let you. Like it's a one shot. I'm gonna let you be a
I am
be an
bad at
easy.
combat.
Yeah.
uh, I'm gonna grab one of the like tent hooks and like clutch it like this.
Okay, you grab one of those tent hooks, and you feel ill equipped, but you at least feel a little safer with that tent hook. So you're like you have something to like maybe stab its eye or something or whatever happens. So that I would say is that your turn.
Yeah.
And next now we have Sylvia. We've got Teddy.
Well, there's still a raging fire next to me, so I am going to
And
jump up and grab whatever piece of canvas I can find that's not on fire and attempt to just like beat the frog with it.
wow, that's aggressive. So
I don't
you
think it's
take half
gonna
a
do
turn to get up
much.
because
It's
you're
canvas. But I
so
need to
you
put
are
it on
lying
fire, so
prone.
I'm transferring it to the frog.
Okay, fair. So you were lying prone, so it takes like half a turn for you to get up. And I'll say that you have enough wherewithal to pick up what's left of the like you pick up what's left of the tent, a canvas piece. Um, I'll let you can either I'll let you throw it. Let me let you throw it. You can do what you want with it to complete your turn.
I'm gonna you know how not quite a blanket, but you kind of if anyone has bathed a cat and you have to dry it off afterwards, you know how this goes. Like you grab a towel and then you just kind of try and corner it and throw it over the cat so they can't see, and then aggressively start rubbing. So that's pretty much. I'm gonna try and both blind the frog and just get the canvas away from myself because it's on fire. I'm just gonna toss it over its
Okay, so
face.
okay, so you're gonna try this burning piece of canvas. You're gonna hold on to it and then put your body and your weight on top of the frog on top of the burning canvas, right? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, pretty much. I'll run away
Okay,
after with
it's
some scorch marks. It'll be fine.
yeah. I mean, there's a smell of roasting marshmallows. Like what? Like you're a human variant. There might be a smell of bacon soon. Don't worry. It's
Lovely.
it could be you. I I'm gonna roll your. You can roll like a blind like a unhanded attack for me then I guess with your
Unarmed.
blinking. Yeah,
Let's go.
unarmed. Yeah, unarmed attack.
I'm so good at this. That's a whole six. I miss the frog that's half my size. With the canvas.
Wow, yeah, you miss it. You were so sure because it's dark. The only thing that's lit up by the moonlight is what was once the tent. So you charged at it and you realize it's actually awkwardly dark and you miss it. You actually kind of almost trip, but you right yourself. And we're gonna go back to Lena. What does Jillian do?
Hmm. I am going to use my bonus action just to move my Hunter's Mark over to the new frog, or the other frog.
Yeah.
And after I see the terrible attempt at the canvas, burning canvas, trying to get tossed onto the frog, which was maybe a good idea, but terribly
In
executed.
theory.
I am, I'm just gonna take advantage of the distraction to try and shoot the frog with my little crossbow, with my little hand crossbow.
Okay.
I got another 11.
Okay. That does hit. Please roll your damage.
8 points of damage.
Oh, fine. If you have to give me that much damage, I'll take it, but I won't be happy about it.
Can I
I'm
just
gonna say.
point out this is so very true to modern day professions because the social media person and the dog walker are both like, "What do we do in a fight?" And the detective is like, "I got this."
Yeah, like the trained professional. So you shoot at it and you're able to aim at one of its legs. It pulls back and the foot pulls off. The frog doesn't seem too bothered. It pulls off what's left of its front webbed foot. It looks searingly at you. It looks like it's now super pissed. It's staring right at you, Jillian.
Ah,
Is that the end of
shit.
your turn?
I should have perhaps aimed for the chest. Um, I am, yeah, I am going to. I'm going to maybe move away from them so that if the frog decides to come after me, then they're not in a
Okay.
crossfire.
Oh, that's fair. I thought you were moving away from them so they could be bait, not.
No,
No,
Okay.
I thought you were
I've
moving.
already like uh, gained the ire of this frog, so I figured I might as well keep the civilians out of this.
I thought you were moving away from us so that we wouldn't injure you because I mean that's also possible.
You're doing a completely fair attempt at that. I just want to add.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's fair. So you're gonna move away from it. Is that what
Yeah,
you're doing?
yeah,
Okay. It's gonna take an attack of opportunity at you then,
that's fine.
and it's going to try as you move away with the hopes of trying to move away. It's gonna try to bite at you. Like it's a large frog, so frogs are kind of gummy, but it looks like it could still do some damage. So I'm gonna see if does 5 hit.
Fine.
No, you
No.
sure? So, chat. Wait, Arbos, when you gave everyone the inspiration, did that also include me? Let me know in chat if I got inspiration.
No.
I might take it. Like, just let me know. I might use the next round. So the frog tries to attack, launch itself at you, but it's basically the piece of the front foot is still slightly attached to it by a bit of sinew and muscle, and that's what pulls it before it actually can launch at you. So its last movement, it just rips off what's left of it of its attaching it to its front leg.
I'm gonna rush off to the side around so that hopefully it keeps tracking me instead of Sylvia and Talia. And that's me.
And it's you, and then the frog is slightly distracted by trying to pull. It's the frog's turn. It realizes it's how to pull its leg. It looks up. It sees that you've moved away. It doesn't see you. But it sees Sylvia and Thalia,
Oh
which is
shit.
not too bad. So it's gonna try to attack the two of you. Let's pick a number. Who doesn't want to attack first? We're gonna pick a really bad night. I don't normally. I'm so sorry, but that's Thalia. It's gonna attack you. You just came back from the dead, but it's gonna try to. The frog will charge at you. And the mouth gets awfully bigger and bigger and bigger. It's gonna try to swallow you. It's trying to like swallow you whole. And I want to see if you can do a dex saving throw for me, please.
Uh, 12.
Good enough. It's a big frog. It did mean to try to get you, but it's fine. Okay, no, it's fine. It's going to it had intend to like swallow you. It misses you, but it does try like as it misses you, it tries to spit it in your direction, and you got a good roll. I'll give you that. But you see it tries to spit at you, and droplets of its spit word past you. And if you were to look back, you hear a sound like a weird burning acid sound. Thankfully, it didn't get you. Thankfully, it didn't eat you. But if it's any comfort, you pause and realize that if it eaten you, it would have crushed you with an acid type of vat of its mouth. So, not the worst way to go, but not ideal. So that was the frog's turn, and now it's your turn, Thalia. How do you respond?
So it's really close to me still.
Yeah, it's like right basically right next to you. It tried to bite at you. It got really close to you to try to swallow you. It missed you. It spat past you. So it's like right next to you.
So I'm still like clutching this tent hook in front of me. um, I yell like acid spit. Like I'm trying to let them know that that's what this thing can do. Um, and then I just try jab the tent hook into like its head.
That worked out very well having a close range weapon. Who would have thought it would have come in handy? You're gonna actually make use of it. So please roll your attack for me. And for this, I'm gonna say like it's gonna be plus a D4. So plus you can roll a D20. No, just yeah. That's just I can't believe you got a hit. That was not intended. Oh yeah, just roll D20 and I will with a D4 and we'll see if it hits.
So D20 is 15 and a 4.
Oh shit. Okay. That landed a bit too well for my liking, but it landed. It's my shit. So that does land a blow. Scarily enough. I did not expect that to happen so soon, but it's fine. Um, and sorry, I'm just making sure my device does not die on me. We are back. Yes, we're charging. And it you basically are able to stab into it. I'm gonna say you went for its eye. Would you want to go for something else? What other body part would you want to go for?
I assume it's like slightly to the side. I can see its eye like on the side of its
Yeah.
head. It's a good target to aim for.
So you go for the squishy bits, and man, please roll another d4 for me, please. And we'll see if it's bad or not too bad. One more d4 for me, please.
Sorry.
No problem.
I'm like 2.
Okay. You manage to take this tent hook and you go aim right for its eye, and you manage to hold like to dig deeper and deeper until you feel bone, and you push and you push and you push. It's it makes a weird wailing sound, I don't know what a wailing frog sounds like, so don't ask me to make that sound. So I'd be like, ribbit. No.
That was the most convincing thing I've ever heard.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I'm not a biologist. I'm not a zoologist. So well, I'm a biologist, but not. Anyway, I'm not a zoologist, so I have no idea what a wailing frog sounds like. So we're saying drain out, and also the what you think assume is blood. It looks almost black though in the moonlight, and it's dripping down. It's down its side of its head. Um, so yeah, good job. It looks really bad though, so that sucks. And now, okay, it's your turn.
Um,
You see that Thalia made a pretty lethal blow, a pretty hardcore blow into its eye. You see that Jillian has circled around the creature as well. Looks like she's getting like try to get aimed and whatnot. And then there's you with your burnt tent and you're not smelling like burnt marshmallows. What do you do?
with my bird tent. um, I am going to kind of get sick of the whole tent thing because one, it's burning my hands, and two, that clearly didn't work. So I'm gonna toss it off to the side, and then I'm gonna get really angry and Eldritch blast the damn frog because it's so rude.
Yo.
I was waiting for some zaps, so there we go. So with with that Eldritch Blast, is it just yeah? You can roll
Yeah, I rolled
to
to
see if
hit.
it hits.
Yeah. So I rolled a 19.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Please roll your damage.
Come on, good damage. Yes, it's a 9 force damage.
Woo! Damn it! Oh, and Laura Bones confirmed that I too got inspiration, so thank you.
Important.
Very important information to use against you guys maybe later. It looks terrible. It's on its last leg. I know it has 3 legs left, but it's on its last leg. The frog looks terrible. It's making a guttural sound. It looks terrible.
Saying what?
Um and I'm gonna go back to oh damn it, it's back to Lena.
As soon as I see that the frog is lost interest in me, I am going to immediately stop, go down on a knee, and start shooting at this thing again.
Oh, aggressive. Okay.
Yeah. No,
You don't have to be.
it's about. It was supposed to follow me, not attack my friends.
Yeah,
Um, that'll be a hit at 18.
definitely, yes.
And that'll be nice 14 damage with my little hand crossbow.
Please explain to the class how you eviscerate this poor frog that was just going for a nighttime stroll. Nothing serious.
Sure. I happen to recall that these particular species of frogs, their brainstem can be shot or accessed from behind the head, and I was aiming at that particular spot. That's why I had to circle around, and I shot, and it hit like a critical nerve, and the frog just kind of seized up, squelched down, and I slowly disengage my crossbow and walk over to them and say, "Well, that was a little bit more flamboyant than I had hoped for. I'm going to start pulling my little bolts out of the frogs, the little squelch. But you might not want to touch them. They are pretty. Well, they are already dead, but they were pretty undead before this, but they are dead now. So, just continue pulling out my little bolts.
Ah, ew, could you stop with the pulling of bolts? Oh, that one has an eyeball on it. Can you just gross?
Yes, maybe I don't want that one back, and I just throw it to the side.
I'm gonna look around to see if my you know, my pet is still around.
You still care for that roasted marshmallow? Okay,
I'm a little
okay,
worried about
cool.
what I'll get if it's not around anymore.
Okay, you can roll perception for me. Uh, Chat says whales and frog. Yeah, I'm gonna work my way. It's it's an art form, and I haven't fully perfected it. To be fair, okay. Um,
Ooh,
so, what was your perception roll,
I rolled a
Sylvia?
nat 20.
Oh.
That's where I get the
Wow.
high roll.
Okay.
Could have used that earlier, but okay.
You had all the great opportunities. You had ample opportunities, but it's fine. Um, it's probably the adrenaline pumping through your veins, but you realize the moonlight is kind of spread further past the where the tent once was. It's kind of spread to the further to the where the tree line is, and you kind of you catch up with that smell of roasted marshmallow, and you turn your head and you go in that direction, and you immediately find your your creature. Actually, please do a D100 for me.
A D100.
Roll D1. Yes.
That's
For no reason whatsoever.
a whole 9. I rolled on a D100. I rolled a 9.
Oh, it's like you're trying to make this difficult for everybody, but it's fine. Your heart races, and for a moment you panic, but you realize that as much as you hate that roasted marshmallow, it's still alive, and you can hear like a whimpering sound, and you see it looks like a dehydrated. And you can see the shape of your jellyfish familiar. It looks a little small, a little wrinkly and dehydrated, but it's still there. It just it's making a bit of a whimpering sound. And Thalia, please roll a perception for do a perception roll for me as well, please.
I'm gonna walk over to Sylvia and say, well, you see, Sylvia, I saw what you did there. Magic? I knew you had the potential for the government position, but why are you struggling with this nonsense? You could have been a hunter.
First of all, I've told you that I don't need any government handouts. I am fine by myself, and I just
No. You are completely misunderstanding this. There is a very big difference between having a handout and using your powers to help people.
I
And Thalia, what was your perception roll?
A whole 5.
Okay. Um. Yeah. Nothing for you to be worried about at all. No big deal. It's okay. You. If anything, you pause and realize, oh, the moonlight looks really pretty tonight. And you kind of take you. That's all you kind of take in. You think of how you almost died, and it's making you appreciate the simpler things. The moon is really pretty. That's all you need to know.
Been a really
I
stressful night.
voice this out loud, like while they're arguing. I'm like, the moon's so pretty.
I'm going to, that shocked stare. You just turn your head and say, what?
I died!
You,
Let me look at the moon!
you what?
I died!
You look pretty alive to me.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
that that seems like a bit of an overreaction, Talia. I mean, the frog didn't even really get close to you.
Well done on sticking it with the tent peg, though.
The frog did not kill me. Your goop killed me. I saw the other side. There's nothing. And then I don't know. Then she was waving fire in my face. Then I was killing a frog with a tent hook. Let me look at the moon.
And
Seems you are in a little bit of shock. Perhaps you want to sit down. Just maybe come over here and sit on this rock for a little bit. Breathe. Breathe.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
and And chat has blessed you, Bex. You get a reroll. You can choose if you want to use that reroll for your perception, or you can hold on to it for another. Actually, let's use a reroll now. Let's use that now. Yes.
Okay.
DM doesn't want
So
the
roll perception to me
re-rolling.
one more time.
It's a semi-inspiration. It's not an inspiration
Yeah.
in the users. It's inspiration that I choose where you can reroll.
Yeah. So it's a so
It's a selective
Wednesday.
inspiration.
Yeah, Wednesday redeemed flip the table. So flip the table says
uh,
reroll.
yeah.
So
So
flip
it's
the
it's
table.
literally re-roll the last roll you did, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
16.
Okay, so you paused. You realized how beautiful how beautiful the moonlight is, and then you yelled at the others. Again, you paused and realized you almost died, and you kind of pause and look around a bit more. You take more accounts of what's happening in your surroundings, and you realize that there's a clear path through the woods where you can tell most likely where the giant frogs came from. It looks like it's coming from the west. But it's a very clear path. Like it's a large frog shaped path through the woods. And you can clearly see it clear as day. The moonlight, it's so beautiful. It's almost shining the path in your eyes in your eye line. Can you
Hey,
tell anyone or keep that to yeah.
what do you guys think is that way? And I point in the direction of the path.
I'm gonna look over in that direction and go, oh, that is probably where the fox came from. Just give me a moment. I'm going to look around for where the tent ended up because I got stuff in there.
Oh, valid. Okay.
So I'm gonna walk over to where the tent is, like rummage in there and like pull out my jacket because my spare ammunition is still in the jacket. I'm gonna put on my jacket and say, okay, there, I'm a little bit more prepared now. Um, Perhaps you should come along. You may not be safe out here by yourselves. At least if you're in eyesight, I can kind of try and protect you.
Um,
Protect us. Protect us. Wait, you wanna go look at where those came from? Do you know how many frogs can hatch at one time? Like, no, no.
But thank you for the biology lesson, but no, I was actually just trying to prevent whatever this is from becoming an outbreak. Have you thought about that? There is a town right over there. They might appreciate us if we could help.
Well, I d- guess we can help.
Ah, wonderful. Is your flumpy flump thing okay?
Uh, Slumpy, Slumpy, come here. Just like whistle really high pitched for it.
Put some water on it.
Princess of so Thalia, you hear the two of them talking about this. Do you want to join Jillian to find out where these frogs have come from?
so earlier I saw a very big, like, whacking log lying somewhere.
Yes. Yes.
I pick that up. I'm like, well, I'm not staying alone or gonna try and walk back to town alone. I have no choice but to go with you guys.
Very
Do
fair.
you... Well, if you want to hit something with a stick, just please aim carefully. Uh, are you done, Sylvia?
I just it's almost it's moving kind of. It. Let me just go water it. Just like I just stomp over to the thing, look around, realize I didn't find any water, and just pick it up and carry it.
In your hands. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I very quickly look for my phone?
Priorities. Yes, and the chat says cheers in frog. Like, yay! It was wailing in frog, now it's cheering in frog. Um, that's funny. I'm gonna say, let's say, I'm trying to like pull up quick stats for your weapon of choice. Did I pull a wooden 4x4? Yeah.
It's okay, DM. You don't need stats. It does 10d10 damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
Bludgeoning damage. Yeah, yeah. So
It's
it's a good whacking stick.
okay. Nice. All right, there you go. So you've got some decent damaging
Are you proficient
implement.
in stick?
Important.
Ask
Can
him.
you?
If not, you can't hold it. Sorry.
No, you can hold it. You just don't get your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
swing it
So
wildly like a
one,
normal person.
yeah, I get that sense. Also, as for your phone, you can roll perception for me, but roll at advantage because you're highly motivated to find your phone. It's almost like like an extension of yourself. So you are deep searching.
13.
You you look. You're looking for your phone. You first like your eye catches the jellyfish creature, and your eye you pause it while you're looking at it. You avert your eyes quickly, and as you avert your eyes, you see like a reflection on the ground. You can see that the moonlight is being reflected off something shiny on the ground. Not, and it's near the jellyfish.
Uh, I have no idea what it is. It's just shiny and on the ground. I go to pick it up.
Okay, so you go towards that creature, towards the jellyfish, and you see that as you go towards Slumpy Slumpington, as you're walking towards it, it actually makes a weird gurgling sound and it moves backwards, thinking it sees you. It moves backwards. It makes a weird gurgling sound. But you do find your phone, which is great.
I like pick it up, but I
Did the screen crack?
Yes,
It was
it's gonna
thrown in.
have to crack.
It
It
was
was
thrown in
thrown.
the tent.
It was thrown, and like yeah, like I'm not even gonna make you do a luck roll. It was thrown. There's no way it's not gonna be cracked. So your beloved phone is cracked.
Oof.
If it's any consolation, it's just one single crack down the middle. That's a distinct crack.
okay. Given everything that's happened, Talia's not like too bothered by the crack. The 12 emails do kind of scare her.
And you realize that you said you were going to turn on your octaves, but you forgot to. So yeah, there you can sense there probably more email coming your way. Um, I'm gonna say that you guys have agreed to follow the path, right, to from where the frogs came from.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna walk towards that path, and as you do that, you see the remnants of what looks like, and it isn't the woods. It doesn't make sense, but the remnants of a house. If anything, maybe a cabin of sorts, but it looks like a single-story building, and it looks very run down. It could have been like an old hunter's cabin, maybe. And this town has been around long enough where people have come and gone, where people just abandoned houses and buildings because there's better prospects outside the small town. But it looks like an abandoned cabin in the woods. What do you do?
No. No, we're not. I don't want to get any closer to that thing. I've seen enough horror movies.
I I'm sure it's fine. I mean, you
You
know,
do realize that the horror movies is largely overinflated. Most of the time, it is not as bad as they're just trying to make it as for sales.
I literally spin narratives for a living. I know what you do to make sales. I also know that those things, that every story that you spin is based in a seed of truth, and I'm not going anywhere near that seed of truth.
Well, you can stay out
I
here by yourself, but isn't
I
that
need to
No,
go in
what?
there. But yes, I need to go in there to go and affirm if these things came from there and if there are more of them. So I, as much as I would like to spend some time with you in a casual setting, this has now become a job.
Yeah, it always is with you.
Ooh.
I probably deserve
Take
that, but that doesn't
5%
change the fact that I need to go in there. So, like Sylvia said, you can stay out here if you like, but I have to go in.
No. Alright.
Um,
Fine. I'm
All
coming
right,
in.
fine. You're going to stay out here, or
I'll come
fine, you're going
in.
to. Oh, okay, I see.
uh
Bring,
well,
bring your stick.
if you're coming to Talia, do you mind carrying this? I'm just gonna hold out the dried up flump towards her.
That's a hard no. That's a hard no.
No, don't look
Jillian?
at me. That's a hard no for me as well.
Oh, fine, but it's not fair. It's so heavy.
I need both my hands for defending you with my crossbow. I cannot carry the flump.
Well, you hurt
so,
its feelings.
I mean,
What
it's physically hurt
feelings?
others. So, I don't know if we want to talk about its feelings versus the near death feelings of your friends just next to you. But I'm just saying. So Sylvia, do you want to stay outside of your burnt flump marshmallow?
No, I'm not staying outside. I'm going in there. We're probably gonna die, but I have the advantage of being able to speak to frogs, so I could become their queen while my friends die. That's okay.
That's okay.
Why did you
Alright.
talk to them beforehand? You
Because
could have
our
talked to them
trigger
first.
happy friend Jillian decided to murder them before I even got to see them. I was still
You wanted to
Yeah.
burning.
throw a canvas, burning
Smother
canvas on one of
it.
them. I'm just
I was
saying.
trying to
I'm
blind
just
it so it
saying.
could talk
Didn't
to
look like
me.
that to me.
Uh-huh. Okay. So I'm gonna say the three of you awkwardly decide to walk towards like this rundown cabin in the woods. Nothing could go wrong. This is the starting and the making of fairy tales the world over. No concerns whatsoever. Um, Sylvia is carrying her flump because it's still a little dehydrated. Um, so the one hand, I'm gonna say your less dominant hand might be carrying the flump. Sylvia, did you find a bucket? Because those guys did tell you to get a bucket back to the
No,
bonfire. Did you
I'm.
ever find a bucket?
I have it scooped up in both arms, and I'm carrying it like in front of
Oh,
my chest because it's so heavy. I can't carry
because
it with. Yeah,
okay, like this. You're
yeah,
carrying
yeah,
your flump.
yeah.
Okay, okay. That's definitely a good idea. Nothing bad about that at
I
all.
know, right? That can't go badly.
Yeah. So
Yes.
um, so do you guys you see like it's well like I said it's one story. There's a wraparound veranda around this built this cabin in the woods. There's a front door. You can see there's like a couple windows like on either side. Do you want to enter the front door?
Obviously.
Okay. So
There's a
Jillian
reason that
is
there's a front door there, so I'm gonna go to the front door.
yeah. So Jillian
I
is gung
maybe
ho
like
like
I
not
maybe like glance through the window, but go to
yeah.
the front.
Okay. So Jillian, you are gung ho. You now are in. You've gone to like mission mode. You are ready to do this, and you're waiting to make sure you protect your friends because sometimes you have civilians, but you will not have civilian casualties today. So you go. You're waiting to go to the door right away. I just want to check who's behind you. Who follows first? Thalia or Sylvia? Okay.
I have no desire to get far away from the only person with a like viable weapon.
Viable. Hey,
Okay.
the flump is a viable weapon. It nearly killed you.
Almost thought you're gonna say my Eldritch Blast is a viable weapon, and you go to the
No, the
flumps.
flump
No,
is.
sorry, sorry.
You got hands. You literally
Comp-
confirmed hand blasts.
but
That's
I trust Jillian to know what she's doing. So I'm like armed with my stick
I'm
and like a step behind her.
I'm following Thalia, but
that's a smart move.
I'm panting rather heavily because I'm not very strong and this thing is super heavy, and there's quite a bit of grumbling happening as well because I now have to carry it and that sucks. So I'm just kind of moaning the whole way.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that Jillian, you step in. Jillian, you're walking in, and Sylvia's kind of like still kind of grappling, like not grappling, but still trying to handle with the Slumpington the third, and might get a little distracted and kind of lean forward against Thalia. Thalia leans forward against you, Jillian, and you all kind of out into the through the door. You didn't even have a moment to pause and look around to assess your surroundings. You're all fall right in. And I need you all to be okay, that's another die. Don't worry. Nothing bad. I need you all to do a wisdom saving throw for me, please. Because you've now all entered this door. It's this entryway.
A wisdom save.
Yes, please. Wisdom save.
I'm a little distracted. This is not my usual procedure. So 8.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Sure.
Sylvia, what did you get?
Well, I got a 19. I don't know how. I suspect the flump
Wow.
juice has something to do with it, because I don't know.
I don't know that I want flump juice. That doesn't sound like something you can like package and sell to people. Flump juice.
Flump juice.
Flump juice. Oh no, I'm okay. And Bex, what
I
did you
might
get?
want to work on the
Uh,
name of that.
14.
Yeah, I think we need to like make that 14. Okay. All right. So quiz like weirdly enough, Julian, you tend to work on your own. You're not used to working with a team or having other people with you, so you're really thrown off guard. So when the other two stumble in but behind you, it distracts you, and you feel a heavy weight on your chest. For a moment, you feel like you can't breathe. You can almost feel like you're panicking. It makes you feel like you're training back in your younger years. You feel a little stressed. So you are, if anything, you're sweating a little bit. You're trying to keep like a stiff upper lip, but you're sweating a little bit. You're kind of panicking,
I'm gonna
just a little bit.
stumble and like lean against the closest wall. But you're not looking at your team. Your team is behind you, so you're looking forward. So you're just trying to collect yourself. You're like standing there, and
Yeah,
you're just
yeah.
freaking out a little bit.
A moment of
And
panic.
after a moment, then I'm gonna turn around and say, that was less than optimum way to enter the cabin. Is everybody okay?
Whereas Thalia and Sylvia, you guys are more distracted in the fact that you almost tumbled on top of each other, and you don't take in the sense that anything weird is happening, but you kind of both pause and realize that oh, a flump shake. Maybe flump shake might sounds a bit more like a unicorn poop milkshake. So yeah, flump shake. Yeah, Laura Bones flump shake
Flump
sounds
shake is
promising. We
good.
can work with flump
I approve.
We'll call it a flake.
A flake.
A flake.
Copyright.
I don't think people like for people who are not in South Africa. There's a chocolate called a flake, and people put that in ice cream or eat it by itself. And now, next time you eat a flake, I'd like you to think of a roasted marshmallow and jellyfish bits. Just a
Fake stuff.
added
Yeah.
little seasoning. Yeah. But Sylvia and Valeria, you guys are more focused on the fact that you almost fell, but you don't seem too bothered. But you do both pause and realize that this is probably the most stressed you've ever seen Jillian before? This kind of makes you think of when you guys were all kids before. She does look a little peaky.
Jelly Bean, are you okay? Do you need do you want to hold the flump? Cause it's super cozy.
No, no, no. Just keep this thing and let me do my job. And please, in the future, just watch where you're walking. Don't jump into me. I nearly almost shot one of you with a crossbow.
I'm gonna
Imagine this, you nearly shot yourself.
I'm gonna hold up my hands in that, if someone's aiming a weapon at you, you kind of just throw your arms in the air, dropping the
While
flump
holding the
as I.
flump.
No, no, no! I'm dropping the flump. I'm just
Just
holding.
Oh! You hear an unceremonious thumping sound on the ground, something like just squishy lands in the ground
Oh,
while you raise your hands in panic.
oops. Uh, it's fine. It can take. It's fine. It's made of jelly.
Does it splatter again?
it's a little dried
Yes,
up.
it does.
Does it? Dried up
Actually, yeah, it's a
splatter.
bit dry. It just makes a hard sound when it lands, but there's less squishiness with that sound. So there's no bits flying about. No jelly. Get calm. Yeah, it's too dry to swish. um, so as you pause, as you
Sorry.
I can imagine. Oh wait, the horse needs to be let out. Give me a quick second.
Oh boy.
Okay. By the way, Halloween, and I always like to support a little cannibalism, just so you know.
Oh yeah,
I
support
love that
Oneshot
Okay.
shit.
cannibalism on
Thank you.
Halloween Day.
I
Yep.
love Hannibal Lecter. It does not.
The
It's just.
cannibalism queen strikes
I,
again.
yes, I do love a bit of theoretical cannibalism for the sake of legal reasons. This is not in practice, just in theory. In case someone uses it against me. um, Never tell them what you're doing, guys. Always use hypotheticals. This is an FYI. Never
Okay.
use whole. Yeah.
Okay, just
As you
just don't invite us for dinner ever. But yeah, hypothetically that's great.
many people for dinner, okay? Many people for dinner. Nothing's ever gone wrong. Like for me anyway.
For
Um
me anyway.
as you, as you enter, you pause and you kind of taking stock that Jillian's kind of a bit rattled, but you realize in this entrance hall you're in, there's a open doorway in front of you, and there's an open doorway on either side, on the left and on the right as well. And it's kind of dark because it's you can see this place has had better days. There's no real lighting from what you can see. It's kind of dark. So it's front, left, or right.
Well, let's start with a systematic approach and we go Suri here first. Please watch your footing. And I hold up the little crossbow.
Wait, wait.
What?
I wanna go to the right.
Why?
I just heard that you should never go left. It's bad luck.
Should we not trust the professional here?
Left or right, ladies?
No.
Fine, but if we all die, that's on you. You chose to go left. I'm just telling you, it's bad luck.
Thanks for being melodramatic. Now, if there's anything else,
No, just lead the way.
fine.
Talia thinks we should go to the right.
Do you, Talia?
No, I fully agree with you.
Thank you. We can walk to the left. I think Nelly got disconnected.
Oh no, that timing.
The timing!
That is.
Yep,
Oh no.
disconnected. Our DM has gone, ladies and gentlemen.
Heck, DM.
Get reconnected immediately.
Ah, okay.
The
There he goes.
technical difficulties are real.
Yeah, very, very real. But also, like, I think that that was funny. Um, did you guys agree to go left or right?
Left?
We disagreed to go left.
It
Okay,
was
you
a
disagree.
small matter of opinion, that's all.
Definitely. Okay, so Jillian, you're going towards the left. How are you doing so? Are you like going slowly? Are you
Oh
gonna
yeah,
stick your
you know,
head?
look, like a trained government professional. That's how you move, you know? You like stand by the door, like glance inside, got my little crossbow, lean in, check if there's any movement, start stepping inside and then go in.
Okay. Sylvia and Thalia, are you guys following, or are you gonna just watch Jillian do her secret agent stuff?
I do everything she does.
So you make all the you follow the same gestures with your imagination.
Very good performance.
With your wooden plank.
I'm holding the stick, but I do the
Yeah.
the lean, the check, and then I follow her in.
Okay. And Sylvia, what do you do?
Well, I still have a flump to drag around, so I'm I'm following, but I'm
Mhm.
actively dragging. What was its name again?
Slumpy Slumpyton the
I'm
third.
I'm actively dragging Slumpy Slumpington the third behind me as I go.
Okay, so you choose to do that. When Jillian, you walk in, you take a couple steps in, you're being very cautious and whatnot. Uh, uh, Thalia, you literally are just mimicking anything and everything that Jillian is doing. You are like almost like a shadow behind her, and Sylvia, you're like unceremoniously just like trudging along behind them. You're not even trying to be stealthy whatsoever. Uh, I need you all to roll D100 for me now, and nothing can go wrong.
Nothing. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And please roll D20 as well. So give me your D20 roll and then your D100 roll.
That's too many numbers.
I
Okay,
know. Just give them to me separately. You don't have to add them.
okay. My D20 roll was a 10, and
Okay.
my D100 roll was a 97.
Okay. So so Jillian, you've after your earlier kerfuffle, you kind of slightly embarrassed yourself. You're a bit more you feel like your nerves are reset. You have a slight moment of panic because you felt like as you were walking the floor, you realize only now the floors are just wooden floorboards, and you felt like your weight was almost gonna go through one of the floorboards, but you realize no, it's okay. It's just in your mind. You're not gonna fall. This is sturdy ground. You're fine. Um, Teddy, what was your role?
5 and then an 85.
I have an 85. You immediately attack Thalia.
What?
you I'm gonna say that Slumpy Slumpington the third, you like you're holding onto it kind of unceremoniously, and it for whatever reasons bit you really, really hard on your arm and your forearm. You dropped it. You hear it squishing out the room. In a moment of like a mini psychotic break, you attack Thalia, who's right in front of you. You can roll an unarmed strike for me, and then we'll get to your roll, Thalia.
Wow. I'm so sorry. I'm panicking. Oh, never mind. Sorry, that's an 8. I am a very uncoordinated dog walker.
Okay. All right. All right. So the you just you roll an 8, so we'll leave that. And then Thalia, what was your D20 and what was your D100?
D20 is 19. D100 is.
What?
Sorry?
What was it? D100?
72.
72. That actually works.
Oh no.
You like for a moment, like you saw Jillian in front of you, kind of like waver her footing, but then she corrects herself. But gave you this sense of this wave of anxiety just hit you, and you thought it was okay. This wave of anxiety passes by, but then the physical wave of Sylvia hits you, and she takes you down. Julian, you see that Sylvia is now tackled Thalia. What are you doing?
I immediately fumble to put my to sheath my hand crossbow, and I rush over to try and disengage Sylvia from Thalia. Like, what are you doing, Sylvia? Stop attacking Thalia!
I just it was the flump. It jumped and I don't what.
Yet.
I said,
This is
what
your
are you doing? Let go!
so you're trying to like wrangle Sylvia. Sylvia is kind of speaking in tongues at this point, not making any sense. Thalia, what are you doing? Oh, you're being attacked.
I'm like trying to push her off.
You're trying to
Just.
push her.
Am I still
Um,
holding the stick or did I drop the stick?
I'm gonna say you still have the stick. You do with that information what you will.
I'm not like hitting to hurt. I'm just trying to like lightly bat her away.
A non-lethal attack, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. With your non-lethal attack, you can roll. Just roll your. I think it was D. Just roll a attack. Just roll D20 for me, and we'll see whether or not you
7.
7. Okay, so that's fine. You're kind of like you're not using a full force. You're kind of like you every time you try to hit it, you slow down because you see the face of your friend.
Mm.
He may look manic, but that's still your friend, and you pause and you pause. Anything you kind of like hit over the head, but a very soft clunking, like a
Bonk.
bonk. And you think you heard you thought you heard a creaking sound, and Jillian, you know you heard a creaking sound. There's too much weight in the center of this room, and the floor falls from beneath you, from under you. You guys all fall down a level. I'm not gonna make you guys roll any damage because you I'm gonna say you all tumble on top of each other.
Are we all level
And,
1 now? Sorry, I had to.
I vote for her inspiration being taken away.
I vote for it to be taken away too.
Oh, come
That
on,
was that
guys.
was special. I think Carla would have loved that pun, but I can imagine Wednesday rolling her eyes at that. She was like, "Why does he do this?" But you all fell down one level, and at this point, you look at you. I wanted to make you roll perception. The walls are covered in blood, and right now you can almost smell almost immediately. It smells rancid, like it smells terrible. Jillian, because of your expertise, you can tell it's dried blood of some sort. Um, but you can tell that something was cut in pieces and mutilated recently here, but it's definitely dried blood, maybe like 2 days old. But
Can I tell if it's animal or human blood?
once you can, from your expertise, you think it's both.
Oh,
Lovely. Okay.
Yeah,
that's a missed
both human.
opportunity. She could have licked it. Come on.
I am going to grimace a little bit and look around and say, "Ah, well, this is not. I thought my evening would go." I'm gonna get up and dust myself off. and look around and say, ah, great. Both of you get up and be very, very careful.
So Thalia, Sylvia, you this fall, if anything, knocks some sense into you. So you so you're not too sure about you can see this blood. It's for anything you think it might be an old slaughterhouse, like an animal butchery or slaughterhouse. That's what you guys just maybe suspect off the bat.
When we fell, where did the flump go?
Oh, the flump had bitten you and already left the room.
Oh, so it's like
And
gone right now.
you can almost imagine a flump that has been freed and has ditched you happily. This flump, it's not a very loyal flump. It's that jellyfish was just not. It was probably waiting for its first opportunity, and it took it and ran.
Pretty much. Yeah, that makes sense. 100% makes sense. Sylvia's gonna get up and then just kind of really spooked look around because now I don't even have a flump to protect me, so it's getting like a lot scarier by the moment.
It did protect you, but definitely attacked others. So I guess yeah, it was a good guard flump. So
It was
that's
a good
fair.
flump.
And Thalia, what do you do? What do you do?
Also gets up very slowly, looks around and goes, I said it was a murder house. I said this was a bad idea. And now we're in a room full
I
of
don't
blood.
recall you said it was a murder house. I just recall you said you didn't want to come in here.
Because it's
This looks rather recent. I think let us find a way out of here.
yes, please? Please.
In this room that's covered in blood, you can see it's like nothing but blood around you, but you can kind of hear whistling of wind of some sort coming from in front of you, like going straight ahead. And the others, but like the walls are covered in blood, and behind you, it seems like more walls.
I recommend you be on guard. Grab your stick. I'm gonna start making my way down the only passage available.
Your stick, and honestly, your stick is still around, Thalia, so you don't have to like roll perception. Sylvia, you are flumpless, stickless, and crossbow-less. You are empty-handed, unless you have something under
But
your.
But
she has
I'm a warlock.
Eldritch Blasts.
Yes.
She'll be
Have that.
fine.
Just to make myself feel a little bit better in this horrible place that we're in, I'm going to use prestidigitation to just warm up my clothing a little bit so it's not cold. And then I'm gonna just kind of like shadow Thalia and Jillian as they walk. I'm just like sticking close to them.
Um. So, Thalia, are you gonna let this person, your friend who just attacked you, be behind you? I'm just curious. Like, you trust you forgive very easily.
How wide is the, pathway that we're about to walk down?
It's about 5 feet wide, so it would require you'd have to be walking single file.
Okay.
Actually, no, two people next to each other could walk there,
Yeah.
and that's comfortable enough. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's like 5 feet.
Mm.
Yeah, you can't see my other arm, but this room.
So as she gets closer to me, I take like a side step sort of forward and away.
Well, I'm
Fair
obviously
enough.
following. We're just gonna squish more and more into the side of the hallway here. Because I'm assuming we have to. Like, I'm now super on guard.
So are you like basically like on like right on top of the others, like falling them like on their
Yes.
backs or something? Okay, Jillian, are you gonna allow this? You're just gonna like you're focused on yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to stop moving, turn around and say, if you would give me a little bit of space, because I need to be aware of anything that might attack us.
It's not me. Sylvia's the one who won't let me breathe. Like, if you could just.
Fine.
um,
But, if I get snatched because I have to be at the very back because you guys don't care where I am, then that's your problem and I'm haunting you.
Would you like to walk in front?
No. I want to be where Talia is.
wow.
Fine, fine. Let's swap. And then I can keep an eye on you.
Now the walking order is Jillian, Sylvia, and then Thalia. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
You walk cautiously because Jillian's in front, so she's taking things step by step. She's not trying to rush for anything, checking for traps, making sure nothing weird is happening. Very slowly, very cautiously, intentionally taking every step by step. And I would say that the Thalia and Sylvia, you guys are kind of bumbling. You try to like make sure you don't bump into her, but you kind of bumble behind her, but you thankfully don't actually distract her too much. You get to a clearing where it's almost like a landing where there's a stairway going up, but the stairway is incomplete in front of you, so there's no way to get up, and there is a passage to an empty room to your right and a dark room to your left. The one on the right that's empty, there's a one single naked light bulb hanging from the ceiling. You can see it's empty. There's nothing there. The room on the left is quite dark though.
And I attempt to climb these broken stairs.
Oh yeah. Okay. You can roll I guess acrobatics for me.
12.
You try to climb and clamber. You if anything, you thought you might lose your footing, but you kind of get up there. You can kind of like it's almost the like as you get to the top of what those partial stairs are, you can see like there's an opening in the floor, similar to the room you were in beforehand. But this room looks different. It looks like it could have been an old living room of some sort, but it looks quite run down. And if you were to want to try to climb, you'd have to like maybe leap to catch onto the side of the flooring if you want to.
Um, I'm going to look down at my two friends. Think if they will be able to repeat what I'm about to try.
Or you can just ditch them. There's always that option.
And after a moment of indecision, I'm going to climb back down again. Say,
Oh,
well, it looks like we can get up there. I don't know if you are capable of climbing. Otherwise, we will have to find another way out.
Um, we could climb, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm fit. I go to the gym. I can climb.
Yeah. I don't go to the gym, but I carry a flump around, and that thing is like 40 kilograms, so I could climb.
so Thalia, the moment you like Sylvia mentions the flump again, you kind of like you almost tighten. It's resurfacing some recent near death memories. Per se.
Just
Um,
sort of flinch away.
But my instincts are screaming at me that we are in a very hostile environment, so it would probably be a good idea if we do not stick around.
So
You
now you want
hear
to leave the murder house. Right.
the three of that's actually a good point. The three of you, I won't even make you roll. There are sounds coming from the dark opening on your left hand side. It sounds like a rustling sound.
I'll go. I'm gonna start climbing. I can figure this out.
Okay. So with regard to what you have in mind, I guess it'll be like a maneuver that would be very acrobatic, right? What you think they should do, or
Well, no, I'm leaving up to them what they want to do to get up there. I'll have my own attempt after after I've made sure that something isn't gonna like rush out of the dark and try and chomp at us.
yeah. Okay. So between Sylvia and Thalia. So Sylvia, you said you're gonna go clamber up. How you can do a jump, or you can try to push yourself up like a running jump and try like do like a reverse squat, like use your legs force to like propel yourself up. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try a running jump and then hopefully grab onto some sort of a handhold and start clambering like a spider monkey.
Why did you say the S
I'm so
word? Why?
sorry.
I am not. I am not a fan of those things. Okay, I love monkeys and apes and all creatures on this earth, but let's not use the S word. Okay, that's not cool. Spiders are not my. No, thank you.
I'm so
But
sorry.
so let's do an acrobatics roll for me.
I think what I'm gonna do is we all heard where the sound came from, right? So I'm going to try and hide in the shadows, but keeping an eye on the direction of where the sound came from, while at the same time like keeping them climbing up in my periphery.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Eddie, what was your
Yeah, that was a
acrobatics roll?
6 because Sylvia's never really climbed anything. That's what familiars are
Okay.
for. So
You have an undeserved inspiration.
You
oh, that's
do. You
true.
have your
I'm gonna
inspiration
use my
that we.
undeserved inspiration before I say the S word again and it gets revoked. I'm gonna just reroll.
I'm watching
Oh,
you very closely.
it's an 8 now, so that saved me.
Wow. Um. So. Jillian, you kind of moved to the shadows to try like keep an eye on that area, so only Thalia could witness this terrible attempt at trying to climb. If anything, you have secondhand embarrassment, Thalia, of watching Sylvia try to like grapple and fail. Um, what you can shove her up if you want to, or you can just try to like move past her and climb up instead.
No, I'm gonna try and like support her.
What a good friend!
Well,
Attacked,
Wow, you
almost hurt, like assaulted,
almost
and
killed.
still trying to help.
This is a deep. This is the friendships that people should strive for. That's like some wholesome, deep friendship. I would be
Yeah.
like, I would have ditched you and told you to like you and your friend to like go jump off a
So
bridge a long time ago.
she's not like processing things correctly. She's just like, get up, out, get out.
Okay. I won't even make you roll for strength. I'm gonna say you push her up successfully.
while
If
you
I'm gamefully, she's able to scramble a bit.
while you push me, I'm gonna go. Ow! Would you stop? Don't touch my butt. Eventually get up there.
You're
We have one.
welcome.
Fine, thanks.
Thalia, are you gonna climb up, Thalia, or
Yes. I'm gonna try follow up after her.
Maybe just not mimic what she did.
No.
maybe not? Jillian, you can still hear that rustling sound. It's doesn't sound like it's getting closer or further away. You can just still hear that rustling sound though.
Yeah,
Well, I'm on
it's
super high alert.
making me very, very nervous. So I'm very eager to climb up.
Okay. Um. So you can roll. Please roll acrobatics for me as well.
Nat 20.
Oh,
Wow. Okay. Very, very okay. Perfect. Awesome. So, this, Jillian, you actually can see from like your peripheral view. You are highly impressed. You think, wait a minute, didn't Thalia do gymnastics as a kid? Yeah, that explains why she's suddenly so graceful. She looks at the footing where she is, and she does like a running leap, and somehow does a tuck and roll forward upwards. You think it's if you were at the Olympics, you think 10 out of 10, amazing. So yeah, Sylvia, no, Thalia, you
There's a
got there
silent
perfectly.
moment of appreciation happening, but I'm still super hurt.
Why on
Like
earth?
if it wasn't such like a life or death situation, you would be like,
Yeah, exactly.
wunderbar. You would be
Wunderbar.
super.
Why is Sylvia friending these overachievers? What is happening?
You wanted to stay in a small city. We learned things while we were away.
You grew up at some point.
and Jillian, what do you do?
uh, and I'm caught in a very, very precarious situation because the people are up and they're safe. But now, if I try, there's nobody else. So if this thing is going to rush me, this would be the perfect time for rush me. So my thought process is like, I've got to be as fast as I can
Yeah.
to try and get up because I'm going to be extremely vulnerable while I'm climbing. Nobody's there to cover me. So I'm going to take a running leap and try and scamper up, much less undignified than Talia did.
Okay. I'll let you roll an advantage because you're highly motivated because of knowing that something's behind you.
Okay.
Are you
Ooh,
that
good
keen
thing,
to be
good thing too, because the first one was not great.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 18.
18. Okay, you make a running start, and you hear that rushing sound getting louder, but then that you're like that spurs you like nope, and you run, and there's no fancy tumble or gymnastics movements whatsoever, but you're able to propel yourself. Pause as if you worry that you might not reach the floorboards in time. You feel like you might fall short, and you make a weird grappling motion halfway, and you're able to pull yourself up. The two of you, Thalia and Jillian, you kind of pause and look at each other, like almost like congratulating each other, like that was an impressive jump. No, that was an impressive jump. Where did you learn that? No, remember I did gymnastics. No big deal. Like Thalia's like kind of like like flicking her hair, like nah, I did some gymnastics. I still remember some stuff. I still got it. You realize that Sylvia's been oddly quiet. She's facing away from you, the two of you.
Um, I'm going to look back at the hole, take a couple of steps away from the hole. Sylvia? Sylvia?
She's not responding.
I'm
She's still
going
facing away.
to walk and I'm going to just turn her around.
That her writing on her face is blood, and you notice that she has no tongue. There's nothing in her mouth. It looks oddly vacant open. She has no eyes, but there's nothing but blood running down her face.
I am going to jerk back in surprise and let out a little stifled yelp. As
And yeah, she's non-responsive at all. Like nothing but a gaping pair of what used to be eyes, a gaping space where it used to be a mouth, and nothing but blood gushing out of her.
but somehow
Um,
she's still standing.
she's you think she's standing, but she doesn't seem sturdy. She doesn't seem to be aware of her surroundings. And I need you both to roll D100 for me. And Sylvia, you're still there. Please also roll D100 for me.
Okay, this sounds fun.
Sylvia, I'll give you the honors. You can roll for you. What was your D100?
49.
49. You had a severe heart attack, and for whatever reason, it's when you climbed out of the stairway, you sensed that something was in the room with you. You thought you could attack it, but you felt like you're over your head, and you pretty much had a heart attack. You don't know what happened to your body, but something has mutilated your body, and you die. But I'll let you take one final action because the others are seeing and they turned you around, and you're still somewhat standing.
Um, I would like to. I would like to, as my final action, and in the hopes of showing my dear friends what the hell is going on, use hellish rebuke on whatever killed me or attacked me.
Oh,
So hopefully
nice.
it'll light up like a beacon.
Okay, you're gonna use hellish rebuke. Please go for it. And for the class, please read out what hellish rebuke does.
So it's a reaction, which you can take in response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet of you that you can see. I'm assuming I could still see it before it took my eyes. And it makes a dex saving throw, DC 13. It takes full damage on
Okay.
fail and half on a success.
DC 13, you said.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. You you in your final action, hellish rebuke, you were able to make. Is it a somatic? Wait, is it a somatic spell? I forgot what hellish rebuke. Yeah, it is. But you before what was left your tongue was pulled out, you were able to call out hellish rebuke, and the two of you were kind of distracted, of like looking at what's left of your friend. Her hand had was her heart right hand reached out towards behind her backwards. She pointed and did a hellish rebuke when you turned her around, and it looks you all you saw were these flaming eyes and pieces of straw lit up.
Pieces of straw.
Pieces of straw lit up. So I would say that you see a creature with a large, almost half-made face. The eyes are glowing, kind of orange of sorts. It looks eerie, and you. I'm not going to make you guys roll, but you do remember a old folk tale from the small town of how from the blood moon that the harvest will come back to take what it's owed. The fact that this small town has done quite well on its own. This small town, it's been a farming town more or less, but every few years, the harvest will come back and take back what it's owed. It looks like the remnants of what you'd consider a scarecrow.
I'm an hunter's market.
Okay, um, go for it.
Immediately when I'm just gonna. It's an instinctual thing by now. It's just like something I'm gonna hunter's market.
Okay, and Dahlia, what do you do when you see your friend fall down and bloody face and whatnot, and there seems to be the scarecrow that thanks to Sylvia's hellish rebuke has caught a bit on fire on it.
Super quick, do I still have my stick?
Priorities. Hold on. Uh, uh, Bex, choose over or under.
Under.
You do have your stick.
I like shoved it in the back of my pants when I did the climb.
Yeah, you did your climb, blah blah blah, and then you were able to do your tumble, like land perfectly, like 10 out of 10 and then you pulled your stick out. So
Yeah,
you
okay.
still have your stick.
Um,
So yeah, and
oh my god.
I need to. Okay, you
I
guys are
look.
pausing. So you both do
I'm gonna
100
just
rolls.
yell, run!
Yeah.
As I say, I look to Jillian for guidance, but Jillian has
Just gonna
given her
run.
guidance.
You guys run.
Mm-hmm. I scatter away from this thing. I'm just running.
Yeah. So you hear Jillian say run, and she runs. You did a hunter's mark, but then you ran. Thalia, you also run as well.
Yeah, the benefit is I can at least track where it is. So
I follow Jillian, like, bolt.
Okay, you bolt and you run out. You realize, please both. I still want you to do D100 rolls for me.
oh well, you didn't
It
take my
was
last one.
Did I not? Sorry, what
No.
was it?
mine.
Oh yeah, you didn't tell me. Sorry. So you. I'm sorry, you're in my way. You got 9, and Lena, you got
And then my D100 was 23.
Mine was 17.
17. All right, that's fine actually. Seeing your friend die in front of you, you both turn to run out of the building, but you both have almost like a psychological collapse. You both are basically struck in fear, and you're both freaked out. You realize as you run out of the building, it's catching fire. You realize you left your friend's body behind you. The guilt is weighing down on you, and as you both fall on your knees outside this burning building, you both fall on your sides. You're both alive. You're breathing heavily, but you're still alive, racked with guilt, and you've possibly gone insane. It's a little less impressive because the horse keeps poking me. But I'm gonna say you both were able to get out of the building, but not with your sanity intact. You both collapse. Then make
Okay.
it serious. You both
Yeah,
trying
no,
to be
sorry,
serious.
it's not helping. This is like no.
You both collapse, rot with guilt. You've both probably most likely lost your wits. And as you both like catch your breath, lie on your sides, you realize that the sun is slowly peeking up. The blood moon is kind of finally gone. You hope that the harvest has gone what it's bit of flesh. It's gone what it wanted from what the small town people wanted. But as time progresses, as the day progresses until like maybe 6 a.m. or so, people do come around to find you in front of this abandoned cabin, and they don't question what may have happened. They just say the harvest got what it wanted. We're grateful that the harvest is content for now. They take your bodies and say perhaps they can feed the harvest next time.
They take our
And
bodies.
your bodies, because Teddy Sylvia's body is burnt to crisp inside the building, but you guys are both like kind of lost your minds. So right now you don't have any sense of what's going on. So they kind of carry you. You guys are still alive, but they carry you back with them. They decide maybe we can use your bodies for the next harvest.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Sacrificial pawns.
That's a
Yes.
great way to go.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Instead of going
Oh, yeah.
like out in the clean way that the Teddy's character, we get to wait an entire friggin' season.
For one of you
Yep.
to be taken.
While absolutely insane.
Yeah, while
And, like,
while
unaware.
being a vegetable, sure.
Yeah, like I think isn't it better to be a vegetable while you're sacrificed rather than being wholly aware
Yeah, no,
of your surroundings?
absolutely.
It's better not to
But
be sacrificed at all, but
yeah,
They might,
A very good point, Teddy.
better
yeah.
not
I
to
foresee
become a
that you guys,
vegetable. In my
yeah, they
opinion.
might sacrifice you, realize that you're not enough, and they might have to find more for the next harvest, the next bonfire celebration.
Also, this town sucks.
this town sucks. That's why you
This
guys
is why I left.
That's why we left. That's why we left. Screw this harvest festival nonsense.
But yeah, that's that was the game. Thank you so much for playing. I appreciate your sacrifices. They will not go to waste. We consume everything in this harvest, so nothing will go to waste at all. Thank you so much.
Delightful.
Um,
I'm gonna remember this, Nelly. There's still a
Oof.
thing attached to your chest, if I recall.
Oof. Something horrible is happening to Amandla next game.
it's already something that's horrible happening to Amandla next.
There's always something, I suppose.
Like in for a penny, in for a
Somebody
pound.
might be losing their theremin.
Oof.
Hey,
Okay.
hey,
Whoa.
hey.
That's too far.
It's
Those
like,
are
do whatever
violent.
you want to me, but leave my theremin
Yeah, my body is my own, but my theremin is very dear to me. Don't touch my theremin.
Okay.
But
Okay.
thank you very much for playing. I just want to say thank you so much for our guests, Bex. Thank you so much for being such a great
Thank you.
sport, and thank you for joining us. Considering it was kind of last minute, really do appreciate it.
Thank
If
you
you'd
so
like to
much
plug
for
your
having me.
Yeah,
That was
it was
Sorry.
fun.
fun.
It's really cool.
yeah. If you'd like to plug yourself, you're welcome to tell people where they can find you. If you don't want to be stalked, we respect that too, and you can say your name. You can just say no, thank you. That's perfectly fine.
No, thank you. Not because I don't want to, I'm just not that interesting.
That's fair.
I always kind of find that
So
the people who say that are like probably the most interesting people.
They just hide it so well.
exactly,
We're on to you.
it's yeah, it's like you've got that mysterious aura about you. Now people are like, oh, we must know more.
Yes.
So Teddy, I do apologize for knocking you out first. I was hoping that there would be a final
I
girl, a
loved
final,
it.
final person, but
It was fantastic. Like that's one of like that thing where like so a character's facing away, you turn them around and something horrible is happening to their face is an absolute nightmare of mine since I was a kid. So I love that
oh,
victory. I was like, oh, this is the best.
What's wrong, you horror people? No.
I
You
was
go like,
like,
it's a nightmare I've had since I've been a kid, and you go like, this is great. What?
it's
you're
fantastic.
like this.
I would be so freaked out
I
right
was. That's just fantastic. Like, and look, if you've watched as many horrors, like as
Oh.
many horror games as I have, there's not a lot that
Yeah.
freaks you out anymore. So if something gets you, you're like, whoa, that's cool. Like that is really cool.
And because you're a fellow horror fan, so I that does warm the cockles of my heart. The fact
Aww.
that I freaked you out. Oh, thank you.
I'll also have nightmares now, thanks Nelly. But you know, it was
I,
great.
I'm gonna
Um,
take a line out of Cool Runnings here. Whatever's wrong with you is no small thing.
yeah.
Accurate.
Basically. Teddy, since you went down first, please tell the people where we can find you.
Okay, well, as per usual, you can find me on Instagram at Teddikus, Teddikus, where I do not a whole lot, but you know, I keep threatening to start DMing one shots, hopefully in our WMI Discord server. So, and then people can just join me. Random chat viewers can be like, "Yay, one shot!" And then we do all the fun things. And then I promise not to kill you
Yes.
off the way Nelly has so viciously murdered us all tonight. I might kill some of you off, but not all of you. So you know, it's just a risk. Then go for it.
Lovely.
And Lena, where can people find you?
So you can find me on my Instagram account, mystic_bell, and I post little things about my journey as a painter, and there should actually be some LARP photos up there as well, but they haven't released the LARP photos from the last time stuff for everybody to enjoy. So, yeah, that's me.
And I'm Nelly. I was your DM for the evening. I hope you had fun. You can also find me on Instagram as Miss Mvubu. So that's MISSMVUBU. As you may have been able to tell, I am a fan of horror as well. I like and I like Halloween. It's a fun time. Next year I'll be more active when it comes to doing spooky Halloween things in real life. But this was a big treat for me. So I'm again very grateful to the players. And of course we are Dum Dum Guys. You can find us on all socials except for TikTok, but that's a work in progress. Look for our
Progress.
website. Yeah, it's look for our websites dumdumdie.co.za, and that's where we host most of our socials. Otherwise, we are on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, AKX, and we also have a Discord server. So hang on the Discord server. You might get a chance to be wiped out in the TPK by Teddy or myself or someone else when Dum Dum Die. It might be fun. Oh yeah, thanks so much for your time. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. So happy Halloween, and we want to wish you a happy Spooktober. And we have made a playlist for Spooktober. We put it on our website, but we'll share it again on our socials today. Well, maybe tomorrow, for All Saints Day. Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
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 Oh wait! I'd say bye to chat. Everyone in chat, because you guys have been so cool and it's very.
Do it.
Oh, we stopped.
Do it fast. Go, Nelly, go.
Go, go, go.
But my internet, it's not doing the things I could be doing.
Ah, that's weird.
Damn.
Nah. You're
Ah,
killing it. You're
uh,
killing it.
it's like I killed you guys. No, I'm joking.
It was implied, but yes.
Yeah,
Sure.
no, sorry.
Sure.
My internet's gone bad. But
Bye,
thanks so much
chat.
to everyone in chat.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.